Hello, a very good morning. Welcome to the Morning Focus. It's a place that we want to say a big thank you for staying with us on our channel. We're grateful for having you join us this morning. It's a World Cup day. Today is the opening ceremony of the FIFA World Cup, the Mondial that everyone is looking forward to it. I don't want to tell you much on this as we bring you our watch along, which is also starting today. We'll tell you where to meet us and how to be part of this project that we're going to run from the 11th through to the 7th of July. Well, we say a big thank you to all of you, but all of us, we have to get involved to make it a flagship one. But good morning, Ghana, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Morning Focus. This is your premium platform for meaningful conversation. I always call it a premium platform for meaningful conversations, critical national discussions, as well as informed citizens' engagement. I am El Samuels, and today we place a spotlight on one of Ghana's most promising sectors, tourism. Across the world, tourism has transformed economies and also created jobs, attracted foreign investment, and preserved culture and protected national identity onto the global stage. Ghana possesses extraordinary tourism assets, from our rich cultural heritage and historical sites to our beautiful beaches, our wildlife reserves, festivals, cuisines, and warm hospitality. Yet, questions remains. Are we fully maximizing the tourism potential? Can tourism become the next major pillar of Ghana's economy? Throughout today's program, we shall also examine some of the most pressing national issues, including flooding, political accountability, misinformation, democratic maturity, and the role of national interest in governance. We invite you to stay with us throughout the morning as we seek solutions, challenge assumptions, and inspire each for a better Ghana. This is Morning Focus, where conversation shape national development. You know how we always do it is to start with a scripture for reading for the morning. And there's a scripture I was reading just a few minutes ago, which has to be Proverbs 22 to 29. It says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings, and they will not serve before officials of low rank." I love that. But I'll bring you the main scripture from Maranatha Power Ministry as we sojourn on this morning. It says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work, and they will serve before kings?" Do you see someone skilled in their work? That's with a question. It said they will serve before kings, and they will not serve before officials of low rank. And the scripture reminds us that excellence attracts opportunity. Excellence attracts opportunity, whether in governance, tourism, business, healthcare, education, or media. Nations prosper when citizens commit themselves to competence, integrity, and professionalism. As Ghana seeks to grow tourism and strengthen institutions, success will not come mainly through slogans or policies. It will come through skilled people delivering quality service and building systems that inspires confidence. And that is what I grabbed from that scripture that goes to all of us. And I want to say a big thank you to you. Now let's turn our attention to our main scripture for this morning. Our main scripture brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry is from the book of Psalm 107, verse 1 and 2. I'll read from the GNT. And it says, "Give thanks to the Lord because he is good. His love is eternal." Repeated these words in praise to the Lord, all you whom he has saved. He has rescued you from your enemies. And don't forget, tomorrow, Friday, is a Megaro night. Megaro night comes your way every Friday from 10 p.m. sharp. 10 p.m. sharp. So make a date. Don't forget to be part of the mega all night when you get to Adogono, now Nungwa Polyclinic, not Lekma. We all know Lekma, so now Lekma has metamorphosed into Nungwa Polyclinic. You just walk by the side of the Crowell Educational Directory. Just go down. You just find the Maranatha Power Ministries International. Be part of the Friday mega all night service at 10 p.m. sharp. And don't forget, on Sunday, there's two services that comes on Sunday. That is the Victory service, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's the first service. And then the second service is Tree and Gar, the Breakthrough service, which is 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you choose any of the service, or you can even be part of the two services. I love to be part of the two services. From 7 a.m. I ran down through to 12:30. I enjoy both service, and it's refreshing to enjoy both service. So you can do same and join us at the church auditorium, like I said, behind the now Nungwa Polyclinic here in Nungwa Adogono, and be part of the service, and your life will never be the same. Supporting us this morning to come your way with the scripture focus for the morning. I want to say a big thank you to the Bishop of the house, Bishop Noble Francis Afuti-Odai, and the entire clergymen of the Maranatha Power Ministries, and all the congregants. Good morning to you as well. So the Psalm 107 begins not with a request, but with thanksgiving. If you read the Psalm, it did not start with a request, it started with a thanksgiving before recounting the miracles God performed. The psalmist first acknowledged God's unchanging character. He is good. His love is eternal. This teaches a profound spiritual principle. Our confidence in God's future intervention is rooted in his proven faithfulness in the past. The Israelites has witnessed God's power in extraordinary ways. He parted the Red Sea. He fed them in the wilderness. He defeated their enemies. He brought them into their promised inheritance. Yet, the greatest lesson was not mainly what God did, but who God is. Who is God to you? Circumstances may change, but God's nature remains constant. That is one of the things we should all bear in mind. Many people trust God when the evidence is visible, but matured faith trusts him even when the answer has not yet arrived. It still trusts him that he will do it. Faith is believing that God's hand is working behind the scenes when human eyes cannot yet see the outcome. The God who opens door no one can shut is still active today. The one that rules and reigns in the affairs of men is still active today. The one that rules the heavens like a curtain is still active today. The one who called light when there is no light and darkness depart is still active today. The one that formed the earth, which was without form and void, is still active today. The one that created you in his own image and likeness is still active today. The one that when you became a clot of blood in your mother's womb, he foreknew you. He knows the number of hair on your head. He's active today. The one that preserved you in your mom's womb, and when you were coming out, ordained you, is still active today. So the God who make a way through the sea can make a way through your challenges. Perhaps you are facing financial hardship, health concerns, family difficulties, delayed opportunities, unanswered prayers. The scripture reminds us that our hope should not be placed in circumstances, but in God who controls the circumstances. Now, God is bigger than every solution, a problem. Bigger than everything. We sing all the song. God is bigger than every mountain. We sing all the song. So why is it that you allow the circumstances to overwhelm you? God is God. He's still active today. Trust God does not mean denying the reality of your situation. It means believing that your situation is not greater than the God's power. His timing may differ from ours, but his purposes are always perfect. You know, sometimes he changes the situations. Sometimes he changes us through the situation. Sometimes he changes the situation. Sometimes he changes us through the situation. In both cases, he remains faithful, whereas we've not been faithful. Today, I want you to choose gratitude over anxiety. When my back is against the wall, he will come through for me. He is a God from the beginning to the end. There is no any argument. He is God by himself. He is the I am that I am. I came to tell, that is why I said, in all things give thanks. The good, ugly, give thanks. Give thanks with a grateful heart. When you give in thanks in the situation you find yourself, you are creating the platform. I always say that God is a showman. He wants to come on the platform to show who he is. So today I want you to choose gratitude over anxiety, faith over fear, trust over doubt. The same God who delivered yesterday is still delivering today. His mighty hand has not lost his power. His hand is, Bible says, his hand is not too short to save. His promises have not lost the authority. His love has not lost his strength. When you cannot trace his hand, trust his heart. When you cannot see the way, trust the one who is the way. He is the truth and the light. Oh, may this morning, may your path be glorious. May the ancients of them make all the crooked paths straight. God is willing and God is faithful. His arms are open. He wants to receive you. And I want you, wherever you are watching us and listening to us, and then you want to fellowship with the Maranatha Power Ministry, I invite you. Either you come to the headquarters, wherever you find yourself, or we have branches scattered all over the country. You can get to any of the branches and fellowship with us. From Zamrama to whatever you can call it, you can always find us there. Now I want to say a big thank you. Let's pray this prayer together this morning before you set off. And say, Heavenly Father, thank you for your unfailing goodness and everlasting love. Strengthen my faith to trust you, even when I cannot see the outcome. Remind me that you are working all things together for my good. Let your mighty hand move in every area of my life, bringing breakthrough, peace, wisdom, and victory. Help me to stand firm in faith, knowing that you are my defender, my deliverer, and provider. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Now I want you to declare this morning. And said, I will trust God completely. His goodness never fails. His promises never change. And his power knows no limit. The Lord is working on my behalf, and I shall see his victory in due season. Hallelujah. I invite you to be part of the Friday Mega All Night. I invite you to be partaker of the Mega All Night. This and every Friday. And also the Sunday service. But Mega All Night, remember, comes your way every Friday, exactly 10 p.m. sharp. So, beloved friends and family, no matter what challenge you may be facing, remember that God is still in the business of performing miracles. His power has not diminished. His promises remain true, and his love endureth forever. We warmly invite you to join us for a powerful time of worship, prayer, and praise. The word of God at our upcoming super duper Friday Mega All Night service. And don't forget, it's 10 p.m. Cue it, schedule it, Alarm it on your phone and your tablets, on your calendars, and say, this Friday, I am coming. I want to have an encounter with God. Remember to call a friend, a family, a loved one. Hold your hands. Let's come together, have that corporate kind of time with God. And trust me, you will go back remembering you've had an encounter with God. You also want to share that testimony. That people share testimony, sometimes you wonder, when or when? I want you to be part of Friday Mega All Night and taste and come back and give the testimony that we overcame him by the blood and the words of our testimony. Hallelujah. And also don't forget to join us Sunday. Come expecting divine encounters, spiritual renewal, healing, breakthrough, restoration, and fresh strength from the presence of God. Whatever burden you carry, bring it before the Lord and trust him to do what only he can do. Trust God to do it. Give thanks to the Lord because he is good and his love is eternal. I invite you to also be part of our Sunday services, first service, breakthrough service, 7 a.m., and also second service. Victory service is 7 a.m. on Sunday. That's our first service, victory service, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And a breakthrough service is 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. GANG. Thank you so much for staying with us. I invite your family, your friends, your neighbors, and loved ones. Together, let's seek God's face. The experience is transforming power. Your testimony may be one prayer away. Come and see what the Lord will do. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. We look forward worshiping with you. God richly bless you. All right, so let's move on from there. Let's go straight away to look at African proverbs for today. What is the proverb saying? And don't forget the FIFA Mondial. Like I said, we're going to talk about the FIFA Mondial today. A lot is coming up. Lots of packed conversation. Later on, we have the party reps also joining us in studio. And then we have more conversation also up with it. But let's do African proverbs for this morning. And don't forget, we have a sit down with Abna Bio as well, where we have conversations. Tell us more about Edu Heba. We will do that also as well. But let's do this. I know you've heard this before. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel it warm. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down and feel it warm. The proverbs speak directly to governance, inclusion, and national development. When people feel excluded from opportunities, ignored by leaders, or disconnected from the national progress, frustration often emerges through social tension, misinformation, crime, or political extremism. For Ghana to achieve sustainable growth, every citizen must feel represented, empowered, and included in the nation's success story. A review of the major top stories will follow up next. A very big thank you to you for being part of the Wisdom Center this morning. Now, a review of the major stories shaping national and international conversation today. Our focus area this morning will be governance and politics, economic development, tourism and investment, infrastructure and flooding, health, education, sports, and international affairs. You know, our goal is to help viewers understand not just the headlines, but the deeper implications behind them. The question I asked this morning, can tourism become Ghana's next economic game changer? That's a key. Do you think tourism can become Ghana's economic game changer? 053-715-8638 is the number. 053-715-8638 is the numbers you can call us right away, and then we can all share our thoughts together. Do you think can tourism become Ghana's next economic game changer? That's the question. Osha, a tourist on maybe a friend of tourist sites, and the public Niyama is years back, centuries back. I bet to me, I be one of the economic game changer. Am I as on mine? We have a very nice place, the crocodiles, the monkey sanctuary, the canopy walks, Inzulezu, the festivals, the culture, the language. Can all this be turned into liquid to grow this country? Share your thoughts with us. 0537158638 is the numbers. Because if you look at tourism, it contributes billions of dollars annually to many countries worldwide. Countries such as Dubai, Morocco, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa, and Egypt have strategically invested in tourism infrastructure, branding, transportation, hospitality, and cultural preservation. Ghana's tourism industry gained significant momentum during the year of return and beyond the return initiative, attracting some thousands of visitors from the African diaspora. The question is, what is preventing Ghana from becoming a top African tourism destination? What is preventing us? Are investment in tourism receiving enough national attention? It's also one of the things we'll be looking at. We're asking that, can tourism generate more employment than some traditional sectors? How can local communities benefit directly from tourism? You can share your thought with us on this. Tourism has the potential, if you ask me, to become a major foreign exchange earner, create jobs for youth, promote cultural preservation, and stimulate local economies if supported by strategic investment and effective policy implementation. Building a resilient cities can make. So we're looking forward to hear from you as well as you share your thoughts on that call with us this morning on 053 715 8638. 053 715 8638. A numbers are also obey to me. Any attrition como a anopay a one a fan of tourism near my air courses. So whilst waiting, I know the expectation is a big one coming up that has to do with the football festive. The whole world attention is on Mexico, US of A, and Canada. Now, some top stories coming in this morning. Ghana International Bank CEO sacked, new CEO named. We may not have the stars, but we have the spirit. Kofi Adams predicts strong Black Stars run. Missing newborn at Salaga Hospital. Police questions staff as regional team launches probe. Another thing has happened. Child theft. Success is built on discipline, not talent. Is Ankuma on becoming Infantipim best student from the weakest class. Oil raises more than $1 as escalation in the US-Iran strike unnerved traders. Thousands will follow the Black Star. Sports minister sees diaspora power driving Ghana. From the UN intern to refugee chief, Ghana's Edem was no land's top global protection role. Forestry Commission staff attacked as mob burns timber checkpoint facility in the Bono East. The Ghana question we prefer not to ask. Is that I have spent time recently watching several Ghana-focused media platforms and discussions online. What comes through repeatedly is not merely frustration. It is a deep anxiety about the future. And is it the Ghana people occupied a unique position in Ghana, and they are the indigenous people of the national capital. Yet many now find themselves watching from the sideline as the city built on their ancestral land grows wealthier whilst many of their own communities struggles with unemployment, poverty, and declining economic influence. The land was once the greatest asset of the Ghana people. Unfortunately, much of it has been sold over generations, often without a long-term planning. Land, unlike many other assets, is difficult to recover once transferred. What many have appeared to be a wealth at the time of sale often turn out to be a temporary benefit exchanged for permanent loss. This reality requires serious national conversation. The situation of the Ghana people cannot be treated exactly the same as that of every other community. As a host of the national capital, they have borne unique social and economic pressure. Their case demands a deliberate and tailored policy response. Government should consider comprehensive Ghana economic empowerment program, and this should include dedicated vocational and technical pathways for Ghana youth, priority access to skills development, entrepreneurship support, housing opportunities, and targeted participation in industrial link to the growth of Accra. Areas such as Agbogbloshie, the sections of the Accra Central Business District present opportunity for creative intervention. Though through acquisition, redevelopment, and land pooling, public-private partnership, other lawful mechanisms, parts of these areas could be transformed into a modern mixed-use commercial facility with structured affirmative opportunity for Ghana entrepreneurs, traders, and professionals. The objective is not charity, it is leveling up. History teaches us that when communities feel permanently excluded from prosperity around them, resentment accumulates. Economic marginalization actually becomes social and security concerns. No responsible nation waits for anger to become unrest before acting. A prosperous Ghana community is not only in the interest of the Ghana people, it is in the interest of Ghana. The stability of the capital depends on it. The time to discuss the Ghana question seriously is now, while solutions remain easier, cheaper than future consequences. So we need to take a second look at it as a nation moving forward. And that brings us to another chapter of our conversation this morning as we gear up for God and for country. How are you looking for 6 days from now? The Black Stars will be in action against at Panama. What are your expectations? What has been your prayer topic? 0537158638. You can get involved now with me as we soldier on for God and for country this morning. Free SHS suppliers to picket at Education Ministry over 50 million Ghana cedis debt. The National Association of Institutional Suppliers has vowed to proceed with its planned pickets at the Ministry of Education today, Thursday, June 11, despite fresh assurance from government officials. Interesting. Now let's look at one of the most complicated World Cups ever. One complicated World Cup. You know, broadcast journalist and co-host Godfred described the 2026 FIFA World Cup as a potential one of the most complicated tournaments in the competition's history, citing geopolitical tensions, visa requirements, the high cost of travel across 3 host nations. He said the unique nature of the tournament, which is being hosted jointly by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, present challenges not faced by previous World Cups. It is perhaps one of the most complicated World Cups that we have ever, or we are ever going to have. According to him, when the tournament was awarded to the 3 North American countries, many expected it to be a landmark event. However, shifting political relations among host nations have complicated the landscape. It has really complicated the landscape. I mean, many fans can go with. It's become. I learned when the president said we need to spend over 11,000 to 12,000 US dollars per head. That's huge, isn't it? Now let's go to the Interior Ministry this morning, where the Minister for Interior, Mohammed Muttaka Mobarak, has announced that 70 excavators seized from the illegal mining operations will be handed over to the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, to support a nationwide distilling exercise aimed at addressing persistent flooding challenges across the country. According to the minister, the equipment which was confiscated during the anti-Galamsey operations will be deployed for public use as part of government efforts to improve drainage systems and reduce the impact of flooding, particularly in urban centers such as Accra. Muttaka made the disclosure whilst responding to questions on the floor of Parliament on Wednesday, June 10, where he outlined measures being undertaken by government to tackle Accra's perennial flooding and improve environmental sanitation. Flooding has remained a recurring challenge in several parts of Ghana, particularly in the capital, Accra, where heavy rains often result in extensive damage to property, displacement of residents, and disruption to economic activities. Something happened yesterday between the parliamentary and the minority caucus when they visited the Aferi Military Hospital in the Ashanti region. Let's pick up that conversation. When we come back, we pick your thoughts on what you make of that.
NC Sebi, yes, the MC has come to threaten her.
So who gave you the authority?
But at the end of the day, I'm working for you.
You're not working for anybody.
So you're not working for anybody. You didn't ask permission.
Why?
Did you see us stopping them? We are doing it for Ghana, not us. Officer,
why is he doing this?
Yeah, for you.
Don't bring us up. No,
there is no.
Don't go back.
That is why we are going back.
Yeah, for the defense ministry.
When there's an emergency, do you ask permission?
When there's an emergency.
When there's an emergency.
No. Do you ask permission? Members of parliament should ask permission from you. You have a minister. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. So you wouldn't
project ongoing. We came here. 2024. We came here. Yes. Brother, emergency situation that people are being turned, people are dying. You want it to affect my family member or yours before you see the citizens' action. When you are not acting, the citizens act. So they should act and bring confidence, so we will not do these things. Nobody says these things are right, but it is necessary to put pressure on government. It's a tool for demonstration. It's a tool to express your feeling, because Ashanti matters. They are doing new structures elsewhere, and we are saying that as an MP, we should treat every region equal. So just as other regions matter, Ashanti also matters. Matters here. That's it.
An interesting time awaits as PCR get Duncan, Jude Duncan on the line for us. We hear we're getting a snipe of information from Shai Osudoku. That is going to be some demonstration coming from that area. And we want to get there to find out exactly what is going on at the Shai Osudoku area. I want to pick their thoughts on that as well. So if you can get him on the line for me, that will be fine. I think it has to do with the nature of their roads, which they complain. Remember, we showed you that aspect. Some I think somewhere last week, when we did the roads. But thank God, the roads in we've seen that all the roads we started talking about around the Sprinters area from Abrantia Junction right now is being leveled a bit. It will do us all good. It's not really good for us. We're still talking about the traffic light that needs to be fixed. Urban Roads Assembly, please see to it that this traffic light is fixed to help us as a nation to moving forward. So we'll be crossing over. We're going to Shayo Sudoku to really find out. But I want you to tell me, you watch this video, this tension, this auto. I mean, what do you make of it? What do you want to say? Is that a way to go as a nation, preventing the people who are supposed to work for us in parliament? Is it because some other parties in power, other parties in opposition can go as, are they doing usual politics? What is it all about? Going to inspect ongoing project? Was that necessary? I mean, share your thoughts with us on 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638 is the numbers. I want to be to me actually near course no our Afari military hospital no at was saying is it that usual politics we're doing, or was it a genuine call to go inspect that this hospital should be waking up so that it will help the overflow at the Konfanochi teaching hospitals, or what? What is it that maybe there's something we don't know? You can also share your thoughts with us on this. Was it necessary? Was it? I mean, this is something that I don't think should be happening in our nation. 053-715-8638. A number, sir. Also be to me. Any idiom uncommon. Sorry, any anope. My mentor wonka animal no he as a nation, as we move forward, let's begin to. Is it pettiness? I don't know what name to give to it, but you can share your thoughts with us. What do you make of this? Was it necessary? Do we need this? Would this change the course of our nation? 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can also share your thoughts with us. 053-715-8638. Numbers are also between me and the attrition in common and the anope my mental wonka. Whilst waiting for your call, we try to cross over to Shayo Sudoku. We talk to our reporter on the ground, Eric Jude Duncan. When we get him, we'll talk with him before we move to Befi Chrome to bring you the conversation from Befi Chrome at exactly 8 a.m. Then we bounce back in studio. By then, I think those to have conversation with will be in studio, so we can continue the conversation this morning. 053-715-86. Got 5 minutes to do this. So if you have anything to say about this confrontation, you share your thoughts with us. And so with me, I share my dream. It was 053-715-8638. And numbers. Other stories coming in. A very severe delay caused by inherited ICU economy. Forestry Commission condemns mob attack on the timber checkpoint near Kintampo. US Ghana reaffirm commitment to fight crime and terrorism. Minority demands anti-flood task force report in Parliament. Squatters armed encroachers Stalin food control project at Mensa Kosa. Accra flood, 76 excavators to be deployed to NADMO for distilling, Mutaka. Get ready is only a technical solution to Accra flood at Mensa Kosa. Mensa Kosa believe that. So you can also share your thoughts with us. the former Minister for Local Government, Decentralization, Rural Development, and MP for Teaching South. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
In fact, Ghana politics.
MCR, I can't hear the person.
For 8 years. Mama, I'm not adding one senior boy. I'm not for good 8 years. When I'm a husband, really said I'm happy. It's not just the money. Let's get that out of you. Really said I'm happy. You should hear for good 8 years.
Okay, thank you so much. 053715 Boba Ochawo ni Wokwe, the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, Dr. Mark Kent Nawani, says delays in the completion of the Aferi Military Hospital and Sewu hospitals are due to financial constraints linked to what he described as the ICU state of economy inherited by the current National Democratic Congress NDC administration from the New Patriotic Party. His comment follows an inspection tour of the two facilities by the Minority Caucus, which found both hospitals still uncompleted and not yet operational despite years of construction. The minority visited Aferi Hospital, Sewu Hospital, to highlight concerns about delays in their completion, arguing that the facilities are critical to easing pressure on the major health institutions such as the Kung Fu Anochi Teaching Hospital. 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also word into this inspection tour by the Minority Caucus. Reacting to the visit, Dr. Nawani accused the minority politicizing the issues while also blaming the previous administration for failing to complete the project within its 8 years in office. Is that the time to do blame game, or we should just complete it to eat pressure on the referral centers? Which 0537158638 is the numbers. You share your thoughts with us. 0531588638 is the numbers. You share your thoughts with us right away on the show. This is your morning focus. It is a front banner as we sojourn for God and for country. 0537158638 is the numbers. You can share your thoughts with us. It's Mami Tonka. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me pacho, any akoso no. Mpesa me contribute ka.
Me pacho within the baby our friend ma'am.
Ya friend Ekuya, me friend La Paz.
Ekuya La Paz yenti o. Ekuya.
Ni akoso no me sha me dwi wa me nti ase. Me nti ase. Because se bibi kra po dey say e bi anu a. Mo gidi ya mo ye na makomo se mo ye inspection ni ade for what? Sabibia, especially Mubuna, he's focused.
Until Kiama, or TV no volume and cough form.
Yeah, I know answer will be there. Baba tira so aye hushi you. Baba class no say we here. Say na nipa wo Central region. Nipa wo Central region open need facility no. Ma nyeshi wo ho into propaganda na say den. Ana power dirty politics. So yes, it's the motion. Maybe to ne nemu ya no mo inspecting away bemona e confusion be brave beba because mo bet na so no ya hushi you. Ya hushi. President Mama no onim ni oye pa. Na ban no mo nim ni omo ye pa if the need arises fair. Omo be bia no omo be bie. Oya president bia otie nipa say obi ka bibi koso a shepa otie.
All right, Antioquia, that's no pay. All right, Antioquia from La Paz joining us this morning. Also, reach me after you can also give us a call. We've got just a few more minutes to wrap up this section of the conversation between this time, and then we go to Befik room. We trek back in studios. We have more conversation coming up. 053715. It was saying, Mr. Ofra no ama o TV no volume no akofom wedum no menti on TV no so. As I said, back and forth with us. Yes, sir. We're begging you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, me pacho within baby Alfrefi.
We're from Asia, Mr. Sikoko.
PC anya wa me inu amehi. PC akame try inu ye be is making me have difficulties. 0537158638 is the number. 0537158638 is the numbers. Offer no TV no volume na phone. When you call us, make sure the volume on your TV set is muted. Mute it. Talk to us via the phone. Ke ochawo o TV volume hane bashi. Wo gbasane your phone no. I think that is. Hello, good morning. Morning. Well, unfortunately, she can't be on the line, but got some few minutes to wrap up this section of the conversation. 0537158638 0537158638 is the numbers. Let me do 1, 2, 3, and then we can say bye bye. 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also wed in this morning on the Morning Focus from Bena. Memento Onka and pay. Insight has some stories, some headline stories. Ghana's lottery under scrutiny as private citizens files RTI requests for full records for taxes, revenue, penalties, and others. Fidel Castro final reflection is also there. PK Amabing leadership alumni convey to combat corruption, build visionary leaders. U.S. reportedly moved 38 million in frozen Iranian assets via UAE in exchange for halting attacks on Israel. Is also there on the inside. Anthony, of course, hello, good morning. Okay, it's here work here. All right, okay. Yes. That's it. A very good morning to viewers out there. So you can also give us your input on what happened. Is it necessary? Do we need this? Is it a usual politicking we're doing? Is it necessary? Do we need to fix it to make it work? Whichever way it is, share your thoughts with us. 0537158638 38. The numbers. You share your thoughts with us on it. I got 2 minutes to bring to closure the phone lines and the phone calls on this segment, and then we can move on. 0537158638 numbers now. I was waiting for your calls at the Ghanaian Times. The food supply improves in SHS. Government commits 4 billion Ghana cedis to feeding. Education Minister Extudent Zaxxon rolls to today. Today, where the game will be at the 2025 World Cup kicks off. The 2026 World Cup kicks off today. Estonia, the taker, is the place, and Espanol. Well, we're going to see some Latinos, muchachos and stuff like that will happen. In the economy recover 6.4% growth in Q1. Story on the Ghanaian Times. Illegal gambling drains economy. NLA DG warns. Ghanaian Times has the stories. The Meridians have opened the lottery books. RTI 65 years of taxes, revenue, and licenses. Xenophobic attack, minority demands answers on Ghanaians' evacuation. On Clock Accra, Zoom Lion Nadmo line 3-day flood clean up. The Spider, floods, lawlessness, leadership failure. NDC sounds national alarm. Why the destruction of building on Wednesday is not the solution to Accra flooding crisis. Who gave the order? Military grills MPs in hospital drama. Crisis without clarity. MP blasts government over evacuation chaos. Ghana pivots to self-reliance with 16,000 new workers. Free primary care push. Spider. The Spider has had those headlines. The New Republic. The fall of fintech empire, part 2. Ponzi's ZPay cast in #1 playbook. How Andrew Tichy appear. Startup glamour collapsed under the weight of $11.6 million court judgment. Investigation intensifies. Subsidiary collapsed. Over $20 million vanishes. The battle for the NDC throne. Oponfosu set to declare as Sinari Ni Lante Azoka circle chairmanship seat. Muhammad rise high on economic turnaround, but public expectations are rising. Political threat at Afari. The political theater at Afari, minority MPs blocked from unfinished military hospital. You saw it on the screens. Prosecution suffers major setback as court strikes out heritage evidence. Oketichi Afari for court in Ghost Borehole scandal. New Republic. The Hawk newspaper. Presidency bans brought awards for appointees. They did ban, or Jay-Z's rises in Africa. Bosses must keep up. Young African reshaping businesses, politics, and tech as AI rewires the workplace. MPA targets 50% LPG access by 2030. Find your message. Mustafa, leave budget alone. Gabon staff in despair. Demoted, ignore, left to rot. Internal labor unrest, human impact, institutional tension. Gabon staff in despair. The Hawk newspaper. Business and Financial Times. NLA DG calls for joint fight against illegal gambling. At EL Industries Deal 2026. Korak proposes quota system as alternative to rubber export ban. Economy grew 6.4% in Q1 2026. Zoom Lion Nadmo FedEx DML and partners begins a 3-day anti-flood clean in Accra. Mines Chamber bullish on 2026 gold outlook. Rethinking artificial intelligence, the nature of intelligence itself. As a feature story, Momo from MTN uniting against digital fraud. Why the EU-Ghana partnership matters to every Ghanaian. That feature story is also on the Business and Financial Times. The overseer. Resignation failure knocks out Osman Abigail from NDC contest. Abuja reassigns Bogo Suprestia road project to new contractor. Oseye. 2 Ghanaian petition Mahama over alleged sexually offensive remarks by Frank Amwakohene. MPP suspends Bibiani and so Bekwai electoral area executive committee elections. Government resource GBC to acquire free-to-air broadcast rights for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Majority of Ghanaians still approve of Mahama's performance, IEA steady. Daybreak, move out. Gov wants retired soldiers occupy military apartments. Tension at Salaga Hospital over missing baby, nurse caged. Bramnov, DCE targets job development as new era dawns. Citizens files RTI at GRA NLA 6 lottery gaming revenue records. Daybreak. The Dispatch. Julius Deborah appears to be NDC's best bet in 2028 elections. Analysts with a picture of the Vice President, Professor Nana Jinopuku Ajiman. Julius Deborah himself, the Chief of Staff, the Chairman of the NDC, Jensen Asidu Inketia, Eric Opoku, the Great Minister, and the Finance Minister, Dr. Kisela Fulton, on the front page of the Dispatch. The youth in MPP have adopted my 3 R's agenda: reuniting, rebuilding, and recapturing power in 2028 are focal. Reverend Wingam speaks at the Zimbabwe Assemblies of God Nation Conference. The Daily Guide. Citizens requested 6 companies' tax records from GRA. NLA workers threaten strike over deployable conditions. Ex-Maslog boss landed in wheelchair, appeals conviction. KGL's big payment price of state back monopoly not horizon. Soft care champions menstrual dignity, donate sanitary products. Daily Guide. The National Enquirer. Julius Deborah urges culture of continuous improvement for national progress. 2025 Jubilee House sterling figures vindicated Mahama. Only 233 politically appointee recorded. 390 civil service staff and 185 public service attaché listed. Nord rate flooding raises alarm over planning failures. VIP calls for health self-reliance. Embrace responsible mining practices. Ama Ewusi urges small-scale miners. Akwesi Opong Fosu considers NDC leadership role as consultations continue. Bramnov development dream takes shape. The National Enquirer. The Voice also has a GRA issue. Minority slam government over abandoned Afari military hospital protest. Sack Frank Amwakohene over. You sure said it was alive? No. I don't think so. Evangelist petition press Mahama over police abuse and IGP interference in land disputes. The National Voice. And that's happened to be the final newspaper, the final wrap for this morning. PCR, if you could do me a favor, let's get Duncan and clear this off the line. Then we can have a conversation with our people from the NDC and MPP in studio this morning. we can just go straight away to do that. But if we're not getting Duncan, then let's go to. If we're not getting Duncan, then we move straight away to Befikro. We'll bring you information from Edu Herbal.
Tony. Dr. Edu Muhammad is saying country SM Francis and Yamin Shra will be Yamin will be Biakas. Na said dear and me bear me done for all canon. Abusia. Ya dear Bronia to me answer Dr. Edu Baya Wabesa. Dr. Edu, Yenye Udeni. Edek, yes, unkwa sombo. Unkwa som yebo. And it's every Edu Herbal Hospital. Anna Eradnam Dr. Edu so Edebeboad. Say ye de sanya dear. Was to see any tea and in Pemu. Ye to Germany to Asiam if ye damma wa pomo dear CPS. Na ye the bonus net to and on ye the busu your sister no tata say. Watching can no a wuko jo tro. Yanyane no brim no asori jina wo. And into a fan say, and I'm better not say, ye the SM that's na me with because me do get na say nyanya me aka SM ye busan fa me TV so. Because one come hold the gates na no door so. I can make the box empty box and everything TV so. But me that trade am point say wa mo akoma tom yi. So me ntwa na me ka say wi am agye ne boko. Eni te busan say e do bajo atrema. Adanside na kasa na nam eno ntina meduru ya na SM no obi apesa onje emfiri mensem na bottom ne ba kwampon driver no ko jinam se na no Thursday me ba obi jeye ene dem mo bi anje ana me de aba ene nti me do foot say papa no also no taso no kan o sese wato graphic am obi kenkan no mata no de gan kan ni nyina ma me ne mo kan ne brofum etimi da na betwi translation. So I say, SM bitches, a dread abasa ya de ba ama aware de amefie ayede ama enkodani age ekunu mani ajama yede no so ani age enne na atemi chimli ame man SM bitches bakufu one onfen kofie na mewi ade etachire nyakata na betachire de amano boko enye ni nyina ha kwan ho ene nti sa wato graphic am obi kenkan na ye ho Mr. Odi ka kan ye no we ye bema and chance ma bema mu na wona no abomatwo man na wona mo sister bra wati mu sa de ni nkoyi apomude ni ho sa woni oba no konhye mu a wuti mu se dodo aka to beko wantimi akọ minute ade to so no kekekeke no wantimi SM bitches ye edru asa wono mu asa wode no wo kọ on say normal we na kata ko mo pa san na te pa boko na SM bitches be mo akọ pa so ati ase e cry for yourself our classroom eno anama wi a na for ba na ka say wo be mem oba na ma fans enya de obewie no ka cho say de we ye ni there be ebusia so wie na oba na ka say de ye tumi ye ni na kire say problem wo ho yade wo ho bibi wo nipadua ni mu a enko yie bibi wo usisi mu no ma enko yie o mema ye na ensipi entita na Dr. Do so say ense say wotena say emma oba ejojo wo sa na ense say wotena say ema be ma so obejojo oba so atiase emechi oba brane te same nto na nyojo mi na enso de nko okwa me ba so no fi na beto aso eno na chese wadwuma no wa anya nwi eni ti Dr. Do say SMB test oba nom be ma nom me pa chow unya 18 years ya enom wo your ba wa fafura enom wo breastfeeding so a enom wa ye CS ya freyen number no bu screen ni so na tre months awanya ansa na ebe mo anoma ya mawanom oba se ubu nsa na emeyi menamai se boso me so na me bu me nsa na se me ama nti se bibi ni na mo menti because menti pen bia eno na chese wo yoba enya de boso me ne so a abusua na obi de wada ne calendar o twa so obetie ma ofie buo yansa na wakọ ne boss osa boso me asutua meka because the da wo be ye ne fie ho ne brono ne so no obi abehu say yes oboso me aso na ye ya so ene boso me na so nya tse wo tim onya tse wo ntimi ankwa dwuma o wo ye so da dem wo yare ene na boso me aso oni calendar o do wada ne calendar madam emo bi fa na ne calendar wa ne dem boy aden bra SMB te so se beboa wo ama watimi abu nsaboko ama black cloth ni nyina anane abesia akokama kama wonti etiam obi a mpota wabu nsa so we oba na abu sana mi yaba kama wankasa na ma feel comfortable wutim se wankasa no ohun yo de because se free ya ho besen kwa wona wotu so we yefu mu ayodin ohun ni padua ni mu ayodin because se eye ba na ebetom a e ma o sign no se ba na ebetom e ba betom ko fra abusu anya easy wonto na ma abofron oni ma se so tinta so rough not me se bo na ama eno wa hu se why ready se wo be wo eti no ma science na se wo de na nya ba na ebetom bosome mienu bosome miensa o meseson emma e wo branso a wonyem a abusua pe SMB test na no wo don se ni na ba besane abesia ko ama nwato afenso no se wonya o menses from day 1 about 7 days afe to asokono na so tiba 6 days so tiba 5 days 4 days e was so mo sa won say dia aka na embae no e wo hefa aka wa ya ase wo enti e was so no SMB test na enani moja SMB test na ni moja ebe na ne de aka wo na aya clotting na abobon tonto a na ebe da ne fibroid ana se ebe ye bibi aya sisi aka wo wa wudie nim no ebe na ne na fi wo ama na besia ko na wo ho ato afi ona mo say yes odo say so boka say yes be oba efi ono your oba na beta ofa nyinsa ya SMB test na ni moja no ama de sisi a wode na no akwan ni nyina besen ko wi a obi on say afi pa na dem na wa fa afro wa wo de na to me na say dem ha dwin odo ba to ka on so ba na be ha dwin ofie e na no ma bi so de ba to be ne ba ne ye nti asase say din no agba ni to di with 2 months dem fi say ebusia o wa fa about me to atase SMB test nti e kasa na eni age because ye de ensese ebo ebi say ye adwuma kese adansi dia e ba SMB test no do so ene nti na me kan farm on say to be ma o ire to be ma okun na entu ya de ase because mo no a ye adwuma 15 butrim na ne na mo honam onam yo de do adwuma tumi say wotimi je adwuma e wo abonten ko office timi ye adwuma kama osisi ni mu etimi ye kama e clear pent na bibia e wo osisi ni enu nkoto dwenim nyina firi wo woti adwuma yi ama anwato na akodem so a eno ya friend side effect friend side benefit because no adwani wi ado benya na ekire no eno kwampo na do so bonus no na ya na ede obi koto dia na wa anto so a what told you na tua ka bi no pento so wan to ne so say da bi aduane ne menni ento so ka tuwa bi no eno na e ka no bonus no so atiase to no SMB test ya bonus na ba de na che no ene so betimi ahama afa odem o so na bra kwakwa so je no yesi so ara o ma fans say yes wo be memu na edre abusonya to agu o man ga na mu ha ba bia pharmacy shop bia benya bi herbal shop bia benya bi chemical shop bia benya bi koto SMB test na o kwa so pe social movement o pe spiritual movement o pe social media open the trending and strong man me pacho shatter movement edoro na American wasem no simiso na American wasem no sincere me na American wasem no senior minister na American wasem no edra won man no akasa man ho fans wona mo say yes what charge na anam and no empty number no that screen so me da ho fa me say me see try me photo and I no papa be share mo so try me photo am and phone no so ayeba and I about delete it be your number no time to try photo abusia number na rika na 0558 379545 0558 379545 and we are the filler according to Dr. Edu. Second number is 0201 044221 0201 044221. Last number is 0243 989368 0243 989368. Number 3 in Namida fra Eba Edu Heba Hospital. Na enu edi nkomo kan how chain wa bada bridge wukojo to me pacho fraying nye no nkasa na Edu free Edu Heba Hospital aneba ayaresa bia busuan yakwadare ewa yarehwa nya yaresa nyine mu ye tu stroke kwase emma obi a oyare stroke ada hwache na obi a won se de Edu no te na chi nyina yekro ya bo ne pampers ababa wa fedu ansore no yi pampers no no ekọ no ehwo asem ana meka eni se stroke no ache nipa no ato wache no fane brain mankasim ba fikrom ehwo na headquarters no ewo abusuan odo mankasim station a o ko ba fikrom obeche o ka we fro na bra obedu wono ma abusuan e be hwew ama ode hye no ne ho ato no kama ye what ne nso emu ofe emu ode obedem say yes wo da fie wo da yare sabia nso asa wo dwodwo ho hotel ba bi because ya no VIP was ana normal was ubewram nya fe na akọ yarefo a waba yare sabia na afi wo koja na no akosa lai amba acho ye ho ye nya sa wo wankasa o facility ne bibia ye intact o toilet and bath shem anything no bibia aye kama o change o patient ho a obi nyina wa wo hwe obi wonu ma je se ye kofa enipa be tem be sala wo na yin se de be ya ye change ne ho do da ne nchen o hu ne hu me patcho Edu Heba Hospital ye ntisa ya ma obi ane what o so ane wo de usika ekuta won ehun adwuma na ebe ya ma ho anenti no medafo to be kafa nipa na ne ho atochema no bibi ha no fa ne bran wo Edu Heba Hospital na Awurade andom ona Dr. Do so de nubra nua ha ban ene dia hini efa yade biada etu ase enenti enya stroke kwa na yesa yade biada sente hye wa na ye wa eno de me boso because na no pani bi de ne ba bre me na me mani ba kwara nso me yam hye me utimu se asma na wa ne ho ache. But Awurade adom odu Edu Heba Hospital last week what you say you stabilize anyway na bibia e kama Edu no anopa me sure ya na me sempacho mo to say osanyame adom free na no e ba ne Thursday no ma bim sa na afi me ho atom na me ho ayem de won say o ye adwuma wie na hu emfaso hu sade na akọ na yesa na ho aye wo de enya de wa ya wie na afi wo wi na yam susu sade me e be fa na emfa Edrebe ya na enye yi enye try and error ewo Edu Heba Hospital ebusuafo ye ma wodro na ye de ensese ye boka se dro na de ma ya de ye ewo osu eso adro ni na wotwe ase betu na wotwe menu ase betu na wotwe me ansa ase betu ampanso no ebedu wono na wato asori a okọ wuyi a chia ko chia osimi ma chia na wo ko ba bi enenti ni ya de bia etete wo emmema na mokọ dwaba mumu na nkwada hwere agire mu na ye tisi so ewo mumu mepa moncho Edu Heba Hospital edro papa ho no ma oba e beba ama ho ato me pa acho enya yaresa bia oba ye ma odo na ene kwotena kobra ansa na wayo ye machine sakase egu no mabusuan oba ye de be exam efru trimesu nase ne on sa yade na efri ya na eba e ha ene ha eje do we ne de be ma ne wi a emu
All right, so welcome back from the quick breakout. You're still live on the MBN the Morning Focus. We'll be tracking down to Shai Osudoku. We connect with our reporter on the ground, Eric Jude Duncan, to find out what is this demonstration. We heard some demonstration we have in that sniper. We really want to find out how true it is. We know the deplorable state of roads are one of the reasons that they want to embark on this demonstration. And we will be finding out from him how true it is. And also joining me in studio, the man is a communication team member of the National Democratic Congress, the ruling government. And he comes all the way from the Eastern region, the Greater Accra region. And he joins us in studio, Akumen, right? Otu. Augustine Akumen joining me in studio. Augustine, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's good to see you.
Thanks so much.
How is the party treating you now?
By God's grace, we are doing.
You are really enjoying, right?
The system is working now.
Right.
At least when you go to work, you have your peace of mind.
Are you saying first when we go to work, we don't have peace of mind?
We don't have peace of mind. Even the kind of resources you need to work with, you don't get.
But do we have it now?
We are getting it now.
Do we have it?
Yes, we have it.
And then we have is Urban Roads working? Do they have peace to work?
Yes, they are having peace to work. You know,
and they are not fixing the traffic light by the EcoBank. I believe you use that road.
It's quite unfortunate that we are having some of these challenges. But just recently, a man was arrested to have stolen items from the street lights and then the traffic lights. Even currently, the road minister indicated that the traffic light right in front of the flag tower, the control board, have been stolen. It's a group of people that are trying to sabotage the government. It's not as if the system is not working.
No, but this one has been off for some months, some year.
I think maybe those in charge have not reported to the appropriate authority to take action.
All right.
So now that you are mentioning, right from here, I'll try and liaise with the appropriate authorities to have it fixed.
All right, let's turn our attention to go to Shai Osudoku. We have our reporter, Eric Jude Duncan, on the line. Eric, good morning. Hello, Eric, good morning. Hello, Eric. Good morning, Eric. Well, I think we've lost Eric on the line. You can share. You can also. You can share your thoughts with us on 053-715-8638. I will try to go on the line to get Eric Jude Duncan to speak with us. Hello, good morning, Duncan.
Good morning.
How are you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your line is breaking. If you could position yourself well, sir.
Okay, I'm outside.
Now tell us what is happening. We hear there's a snipe of some demonstration that is being planned at the constituency where you find yourself. What more can you tell us about it?
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll do as well. Because you're saying that it is between the and another. And our now I you to understand and it is put with now we can get up to but apart from that we don't have a matter.
Eric, we're getting a bad feed from your end. We're really getting a bad feed. I think you are using earpin and you're talking with us, and it's making it difficult for us to hear you. If you could take off those earpin and speak direct to the phone, it will be better for all of us.
Okay, is it okay now?
It's better now.
Okay, so what I was saying is that could you come and stand now due to underdogs? You look at the they have been neglected, them people that they are neglected, or somebody looking to our head. And this problem exists way back. And it's not political though, but has to do with leadership. We don't have a proper leader. Now, the community and say that I am doing this very person to know this subject for the community. The politicians will do their own, but the community is without a leader due to differences, disputes, and what have you. And this is impeding development within the community. But the politicians also have the opportunity to at least do their bit, because when it gets to campaign, they come and they campaign, we all campaign for the political parties. But here is the case, the basic thing that we're supposed to get, the road network, if you come down right now, I think you're doing a video call, you can't even, quantum the problems within the town. We don't have a budget. We don't have a budget. We need a budget. We have a very big dam that, food stars are being thrown around, along the bank. But after the produce are, harvested, they take them to Medina, Agomeda, those things. Meanwhile, we're supposed to have a market, and the market is defunct. Nobody's really happening. The honorable MP decided to come and help us. She started the construction site, moved blocks, and now the blocks are sitting. Now, these are, stealing the blocks. And then the market has been taken over by bees, reptiles, and then refuse. Now, people are dumping refuse there. Because you don't have refuse down in the community. And these are worrying. So that you, with the community, within the community, and our brothers in the diaspora decided that no, we need to stop the demonstration and also petition some following people, petition the regional that who happens to be the end for the area, she's our mother. And then we petition Rolo Adapting, the Council of State member, Greater Academy, who also is the son of Kodiabe. And then petition the black staff of Honorable Debra has a thing with the people of Shai. Petition, and then petition the who is the agent of development. MPs don't construct roads. Let me put it this way on record. MPs don't construct roads, but MPs not. And now it is delaying. The Shai State are the custodian of the Shai hills, where the rock or quarries are, the stones that we use for construction come from. And why is it that we have more states and roads are very bad? And other roads are being constructed elsewhere. We know that there are, but this is what is killing us now. We do not try, even Kadaga, I'm walking through the principal street of the town. And it's very, very worrying. It's very worrying. Because of that, people are leaving the community. The youth are the community, they set up businesses, the businesses are collapsing. So they are leaving to go to the city centers looking for jobs that are not existent. And these are the problems. So they decided that no, let's come together and then do a peaceful demonstration. We send a petition to the various people that talk about probably something will come out. So this is what is really happening. I mean, so that is effect. Both home and abroad are organizing demonstrations.
What are the timelines given to hear something from the authorities you've written to, and if there are no any conversation that is any engagement you hit in the street, what time have you given to yourselves?
You see, as I speak to you right now, I just finished talking with the DCE before your call. At night, let us cross the street and not politically. Honorable leader decided to not open the same field for Doli. I went to MC that particular program, the short article. And the program, the poor people to be in Doli, that is Doli. That is on it. But the land, the land, it has been a boundary that for the but on paper, it is for people of Doli. But now the mantra has said that they are building for their testing training, which is not the fact. If now they are breaking something, it is not yet in the community. And now they said we have added secondary school. We need secondary school. Truly, it is very important and necessary. We have the police training center already there. Sitting down, being the state, destroying, books are being destroyed. Why can't we compare the police training center into the secondary school? It's already there. So secondary center, we can do that. Without the people, we can compare the police training center into the secondary school or technical school. That's already there. So it's paperwork. Let's sit down, put this together, and start the school there. And he said that the timeline, this is said he come to us for over a month now. He hasn't come. It is today that we are talking. And it's before of this very demonstration. He's talking to that. I have got the police. I am, as part of the life. I belong to the but I don't control things that happen. There are chiefs and there are people. And the people that they are saying that this is what the path that can lead us. Because you are media person to lead us and I am a servant of the community. What the community said on the 19th, they are demonstrating. Who am I to stop? And the dialogue, they promise that they come and preach the community. And nobody coming to the community. Nobody from the district has come. Nobody is coming to the community. So the people are agitated. They are very, very angry. Even the MP said she will be meeting the community on Sunday. But because the people are angry, they said, no, because of the demonstration that is related for the 19th, that is why she said she's coming. That is why she said she's coming.
So when
these are some of the things that myself have done advocacy for the MP. But now we have exhausted all the avenues.
So when is the demonstration start?
The demonstration is on the 19th of February.
All right.
I'm standing in front of the market. I'm standing in front of the market now. As if we are doing video call. If you see it, you marvel. If you see it, I mean, it's very, 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 very painful that for the Abe, it's left out in the national game. We are left out.
All right, Duncan, we will follow suit with this. We want to thank you for bringing us up to date on the planning and the timelines given by the youth in Kodiabe Shai Osudoku district to demonstrate, to show their displeasure of being left out in the national cake. Thank you so much.
Before you take the ball, I want to make something straight. We are not against any person. We are against underdevelopment.
All right.
We are doing this demonstration against underdevelopment. We are not doing it for anybody's interest, no political interest whatsoever. All that we are saying is that we want for the other to develop because we also matter. That is what we are saying.
Is the DC,
no political, connotation to be added to the demonstration.
Is the district chief executive aware of this?
Yes, I just speaking to him.
Okay, and what is his response to you?
He said we should not do it, Daddy. I can't do this for us.
Because he's the developmental agent of the area.
Yes, he's the agent of development. I even asked him to come to town right now. That is what's happening. He told me to call his people. Anytime that the police commander or the two of us talk, they tell me stories that we are doing this for you, we are doing this for you. And I'm not saying I'm standing right now outside in front of the market. So where are the things that you said you are doing for us?
All right.
On paper, you are doing them on paper, but in reality, you have nothing in the community. The community is dying off. We are dying.
All right. Thank you so much, Duncan, for bringing us up to speed of the happenings in the Shai Osudoku district of the of the Greater Accra region. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So, Monday I'll be in the office.
All right, so thank you once again. And that's our reporter from Shai Osuduku district of the Greater Accra region, bringing us up to speed the issue that has been marked down. But the man who is with me in studio is also from the same constituency, right? What more can you tell us about what the happenings there?
Thanks so much. We, the NDC in South Sudan constituency, will not shift blames when it comes to issues of development. All that Duncan mentioned, I've heard. And I can be a very good witness because I work closely with the MP who doubles as the regional minister, and I'm also the PRO for the DC. So it's fortunate I'm here and I've heard all that he has said. It's not as if Kodiabe had been sidelined and the assembly or government do not want to develop the community. But it's also a case that resources are not too available as we speak. The few money that has come have been put into projects. And as we speak now, he mentioned that it had been announced to them that there will be a construction of an ultra-modern secondary school in that particular community. So I'm begging the community folks, I know they have been expecting development from the NDC for quite long, but now is the time. The agitations are not wrong, they can agitate. We are listening and we are hearing. In no time will come and fulfill their needs. So they shouldn't worry. The nursing school is closer to them. The MP has lobbied for a market to be constructed just at the town near them. So they shouldn't worry. Development is near, and the development will be seen in Kodiabe, and everybody will be happy in the town. So MP is calling on the community folks, as Duncan reported. I'm pleading with the elders, the leadership of the community, to lobby the minds of the community folks. They should come for that meeting so that the developmental agenda that the MP is having will be discussed thoroughly so that we know the way forward. You know, when the traditional authorities, when the community folks are not aligning with the political heads, it's become difficult for us to get development.
Why are they not aligning?
I can't tell.
What is it that you're not telling them?
I can't tell. Duncan is a community folk. He's an indigene, he's closer to the chiefs. He should be able to tell us why. He mentioned earlier that the problem is not a political problem. Sometimes you go to some communities with development. You want a space, you want a land to establish whatever plan you have, and they will tell you there's no land. Sometimes they give you the land and there are litigations all around. You can't do whatever you want to do. You attempt, it becomes an issue. Let me refer to Dodowa. The district assembly is constructing a lorry station in Dodowa. And unfortunately, a group of people are saying that land belongs to them. Meanwhile, it is given to the district assembly by another group of people. So you see, these issues delays development. And if we should continue this way.
Did anybody in that district born with a land in his hand or in his pocket when they came?
And no one can be born with that.
So why would people say that we won't allow you to do things which is a national project? Why?
Well, I don't want to go into land issues so much.
No, I'm not talking about
but
that.
The best I can tell is that maybe they have titles.
Title?
Yes. So the courts is the best place to look into this issue. So I think that.
But what about the roads? You saw the deplorable roads.
Very well.
What is done about those roads?
When NDC was in power, before 2016, right from Agomeda, the road links through Kodiabe to Mayajopanya to Doimu. That particular road was under construction. Unfortunately, when we left power, nothing was done again. And with the construction we have done, a sport. When you are plowing that road, you find.
How long was that road constructed?
Well, almost 16 years now, if I'm not lying.
No, what was it? How long did it take before it went into the state that we find it now?
Well, I can't give a particular figure, but I think it's within 12 years now.
Was it completed entirely?
It was done in phases.
Was it asphalted? Was it a
part of it is.
Was it a third class of road?
A part of it was asphalted. whilst the other part was under construction.
Okay, so the asphaltic road is still there?
Yes, it's still there. It's unfortunate. We have heavy trucks.
So it has washed
clearing that road. So when you get some part, you see potholes and other stuff. But the assembly is working hand in hand with Ghana Highway to have some of this things fixed.
But we know you have DRIP or the district assembly. You say you speak for the
when you come to DRIP, the DRIP is doing a marvelous work.
You have the equipment, but look, if you look at the road that is being shown, it tells you, is the DRIP really working?
The DRIP is working seriously.
So why this?
But unfortunately, when we came to power, the DRIP machines were grounded.
Why?
Port without maintenance. So we came and then we maintained.
But how long was DRIP?
It's unfortunate. We all know when DRIP came into the system. But maintenance culture was not maintained or was not kept. Hence, we saw the machines grounded when we came to power. But fortunately for us, now the machines have been fixed. You know, it goes for maintenance periodically. They have periods that the machines should go for maintenance. And the assembly cannot entirely be fueling, be taking costs. So sometimes what we do is that when the community is calling for the DRIP machine to do some kind of reshaping and then maintenance in their various communities, when the assembly is not having the resources, the money to fuel up and down, we lobby the community folks, philanthropists, to help us.
Why doesn't the assembly have money to fuel its own equipment to, in the district or the municipality, they find themselves to work on equipment and also to make sure that they give the people the access to wherever they want to get to?
That is what I'm saying. The assembly is having a budget. So if that reshaping, you know, that's what I said. Charles, look, one of our major problems is road. And the DRIP machine is doing a marvelous work when it comes to road reshaping. Right from Dodowa heading to Astrari and what have you. It's working. So fueling this thing is very expensive. So what we are doing now is, if you come with a problem and we are not financially stable to fuel the machines to come and work on your roofs, we lobby philanthropists. When we get the fuel, when we get the necessary resources, we come to the road and work.
You don't have budget for your fuel?
We have budget for the fuel, but budget can be exhausted.
But the point is that you have to budget to know how much you're going to do roads, and then you do it in phases?
That is it. We are doing it in phases. And the community folks, constituents can attest to that we are doing the reshaping in phases. So that's what I said. If you want your community to be attending to, you feel the road is not in good shape.
No, but you know that they feel the road we are seeing is not in good shape. This speaks for the DC.
Yes.
Does it worry the DC?
It's so worrying. We discuss this each and every day. And we always lobbying ways to have this road fixed. Some of these roads were awarded on contracts. But unfortunately, contractors have not come to site. You get it? So the assembly putting money into it. Meanwhile, a contractor has been paid. A contract has been signed. It becomes something. You get it? That is why the assembly is taking the time to work on those ones that have not yet been awarded.
All right, so we've been looking at the Shai Osudoku. I mean, the streets, the roads that leads them to wherever access they want to go. You had our man on the ground sharing lights with us. But sitting in the studio is the man, Augustine Akumen. He's also from the same district, right?
Yeah.
He's a communication team member of the NDC. And also, we're going to look at, has Ghana's democracy matured enough to put national interest above party politics? The question I'm asking, is our democracy matured enough to put national interest above party politics? One of the things we are going to look at, and then right after that, we pick your input. And then we allow him, we will discharge him to go as and when Isaac Renouf Edu joins us in studio, we will have to go ahead and have this conversation with us. I know since the return to the constitutional rule in 1992, Ghana earned a reputation as one of Africa's most stable democracies. The country has witnessed peaceful transfers of power between major political parties, conducted multiple credible elections, and maintained democratic institutions that have won international recognition. However, concerns remains about the increasing political polarization, the partisan decision-making, and whether national development priorities are sometimes sacrificed for party interests. As Ghana continues to confront economic challenges, youth unemployment, infrastructure deficits, environmental concerns, and governance reforms, many citizens are asking whether political actors are placing Ghana first or political party interests first. Has Ghana's democracy reached a stage where national development takes precedence over partisan competition? Or is party politics still standing in the way of collective progress? Ghana's Fourth Republic has recorded over the 3 decades of uninterrupted democratic governance. Institutions such as the Electoral Commission, Parliament, the judiciary, civil society organization, the media have played significant roles in deepening democracy. Despite these gains, political discourse often becomes highly partisan. Major national policies are frequently debated along party lines, with successive governments sometimes abandoning or alternating project initiative by their predecessors. Critics argue that excessive partisanship undermines continuity, national cohesion, and public trust. Supporters, however, contend that political competition is a healthy feature of democracy and that robust opposition helps ensure accountability and transparency. We saw what happened yesterday at the Afari Hospital, military hospital in Ashanti. We are seeing deplorable roads in Shai Osidoko. We're seeing the flooding happening to us. We're not able to take that decision that will correct these anomalies in our society and our body politicking. The key question, therefore, is whether Ghana's democracy is mature. Maturity is strong enough to place national interest above the political consideration when making critical decisions for the country's future. Let me go to Augustine, who joins me in studio while I was waiting for Isaac Randolph Edusichi to also join. Augustine, let me ask this. How would you assess the maturity of Ghana's democracy after more than 3 decades of constitutional rule?
Well, out of 10, I would say we are getting about 6, 7 out of 10. Yes, that is to me and to my rating. Because looking at Ghana as a country, we have national interest. But because of partisan politics, it's unfortunate. You see the right thing, you see a government doing the right job, you come, and because you want to please your party, you want to sabotage the previous government, you do not want their glory or successes to be seen, you forgo all those projects, coming to start your own. And this is not helping the country to progress. So if I'm to rate the country, looking at democracy, how we treat national interest, out of 10, I'll be giving Ghana 6 or 7.
We don't treat the national interest. We see the party interest above the national interest.
That is very abysmal. If we want to progress as a country, then we should forgo partisan interests. There are certain policies, there are certain projects that we do not treat it with political lens. We should look at it as a country.
Give me some of those projects you think that if we're looking at this project, then it should be a nationalistic. Flood is killing us. For decades, we keep talking about floods. The government president is calling for assessment, calling all the collaborators to come together and give a report. Do we have that political will to take that decision? This is how we want to go, and this is how we want it to be done, and everybody must follow suit with it. Can we take that decision?
Yes, we can take that decision. Earlier, when President John Mahama took over office, he toured Greater Accra, especially the flood-prone areas. And we saw it on television when he was commanding some wetland that have been filled with gravels ready for construction to be excavated. You know, people have sold lands, wetlands, where this flood water have to gather to avoid killing people and flooding the town. So President John Dramani Mahama, together with the regional minister, I happened to join the team around Malam, and the developer was asked series of questions. Who sold the land? Didn't he know this is a wetland, a place where the flood water will have to gather to avoid destroying people in the community? So quickly, Standobe commanded the developer to excavate whatever material that were poured there, so that when the rain comes, the flood wouldn't affect our communities. Yesterday, I was watching news when the regional NADMO director, Honorable Dennis Ajanonate, went to Accra, and people have filled gutters with sticks and sand just to be able to mount their shops. And this is very poor. This is very bad. The reason why we are suffering as a nation is not because government is not ready to support, or government is not ready to bring a remedy to the problems we are having, but it is out of bad attitude, bad character. You cannot see a drainage system, and because you want to have a shop, because you want to build, you have to fill the gutter with debris and sand. This is poor, and if we should continue as a nation in this way, we are going to kill ourselves. The flood that is coming is not affecting just NDC, it's not affecting just MPP, but we are all suffering. So as a nation, I am pleading, if you know anyone that is involved in any of these actions, you kindly call on the NADMO to take action. NADMO has put in a number in the media for us to contact when we see people going this way. So I would like to mention that's 112. The telephone number is 0291 913 077. This is a number from NADMO. Anywhere you see gutter, drainage system that people are filling for construction purpose to build their homes and shops, kindly call this number and NADMO will attend to you. We want to sanitize the city to avoid this kind of flooding and unnecessary tensions we are putting ourselves. Because government is ready and government is doing so well for us to be free as a nation. Quite recently, we saw the regional minister, Honorable Linda Kweloku, touring places, demolishing buildings built on our green lands, our wetlands, so that when the rain comes, we will not be affected by the flood. People named her, they were calling her all manner of names. But today we are seeing the good work, the result of the good work she has done so far. Had there not been those efforts, I'm sure by now, many of us would have been displaced because of this flooding. So, boss, I think as a nation, this is not political. Because if people are dying, you and I can die, being citizens that are residing in Accra. So we have to fight this together. Everybody is involved. You are involved, I'm involved. When you see people building at wetland, building at places they are not supposed to build, report to the appropriate authorities. And the government is ready to fight this so that you and I can be free from the flood. Thank you.
Well, quite interesting. Also joining us in studio is the man, Isaac Randolph Sichiedu. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Well, we're looking at the topic I share with you, has Ghana democracy matured enough to put the national interest above party politics? If we are looking at the happenings, and Ghana's Fourth Republic recorded over 3 decades of uninterrupted democratic governance. We said despite these gains, political discourse often become highly partisan. Major national policies frequently debated along party lines, with successive governments sometimes abandoning projects initiated by their predecessors. But critics have also argued that excessive partisanship undermines the continual process of our national cohesion and public trust. My question is, how would you assess the maturity of Ghana's democracy after more than 3 decades of constitutional rule?
Very well. Once again, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And then to your team. And then also to thank God, as we do always, for giving us the opportunity to be alive. Without life, we wouldn't have been sitting here.
Definitely.
So we take this opportunity to thank God. And then also to say good morning to my brother. I think he's from the NDC side.
Yes. All right. That's Augustine Akume.
Very well. So good morning.
He's a communication member from the Greater Accra.
All right.
I hope you are doing well.
I'm good. I'm good. So good morning to Augustine, and then good morning to all of us. Greetings also to our flag bearer and incoming president, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Bawumia, and then to my constituency chairman, Chairman Atajima. With the topic, and then also what at least I came to here, Augustine.
I was asking him, do we have that political power? If you listen to the presidency, asking that all the institutions that are mandated to make sure that we deal with the issues of flooding bring their reports. And I said, we do things this time and time again. We form committees, we form ABCD, we get reports that come that we're supposed to do this. At what point are we going to say that, okay, let's call a spade a spade? Okay. Irrespective of the political colors, we have that power, that mandate, that will to say that this is the direction we are going. It doesn't matter who bought the land there. It doesn't matter who financed my party. This thing must go down for all of us to be free.
Very well. So I'll come to the politics of it. But first, I agree with what I came to hear Augustine say about the fact that when these floods occur, it doesn't choose between whose house is MPP or whose house is NDC or whose house is CPP.
Or PPP?
Okay, I've mentioned those that I know.
Did you put the Afafranto?
I don't know them. So I've mentioned those political parties that I know.
Oh,
I know MPP.
So you know PNP?
I know NDC. I know CPP. The rest, I don't know. But probably since you are mentioning them, then it shows that they are in the system. But I've mentioned the 3 I know. And then, so that is it. The floods don't pick and choose. It affects all of us. And when it happens like that, the most one significant thing is that even the one who is perpetrating it will not be the one who suffers it. But the issue is this, Augustine. We are here in a country. We know waterlands. We know places where we cannot build. We have assemblies. We have institutions. They look on when these buildings take shape. Before, when there is a catastrophe, then we march our bulldozers there. We put the buildings down. And then when we put the buildings down, we don't take the debris out. We just put the buildings down. And then it becomes more of a block to the waterways. So it comes and then it affects all of us. So it's just like we are destroying things and then even creating problems for ourselves. When in this country have we taken documents that people have signed from the Lands Commission or at the assemblies for people who have built on waterways? That this is the document that we took from Mr. A. Now you, ABC, you are the one who signed on this document for him. You gave him the approval. When are we going to prosecute technocrats and administrators who are in charge of these things? So at the end of the day, it comes back to the politician. And the politician has to answer for technocrats. Politicians have to answer for administrators because that is what we do. They misbehave. they renege on their responsibilities. And then we are called every morning to speak on their behalf, because apparently we are the government that is in power. So if we don't do that, it affects our government. So they are there, they are free, they take their money, they enjoy it, and then we are the ones who suffer for it. Now, talking about the flood, look, when we're having the campaign, and one of the things that we also have said severally here is the integrity in our politics, and the things that we see, and how we are able to remember the things that we said when we were in opposition as to when we come to power, so that we can do same for the people that voted for us. When we're in opposition, President Mahama said flooding issues in Accra, it's not an engineering problem, it's a government problem. Then President Mahama comes to power and then says that, well, no, I beg you, it is your people who are doing it. So then somebody, even for us to chart a common ground, I would then refer to what he said as to what he is saying now. So when we are politicians, we don't take advantage of everything. Some of the things we have to know that it is nationalistic. It affects all of us. So let us have one voice in dealing with it. That said, I think we have the opportunity to still start somewhere. Putting buildings down wouldn't solve the problem. Prosecuting those who give permits. Because look, as we are here, I cannot just walk from my house and then put a container just in front of your wall. I cannot do that. Just a container. I cannot do that. Definitely, when you get out and you see me, you will question me. And if you have to take that container there, you will take it there. So how then do we allow people to dig foundation, get people to work, put houses, put blocks on it, it gets to roofing, even some have stayed there, have given birth to their children are grown today. So some of the things we are hurting ourselves, but it is also disheartening that somebody builds a house and then it is pulled down. But we cannot also allow indiscipline. And then also those who go for those permits, you are giving money to somebody. You are using your money to build a house at an illegal area. At the end of the day, it will be pulled down. The person who gave you the permit is not losing. You are the one who is losing. Just look at the buildings that had been, and rightfully so, it had to come down so that water can flow. So, all that I'll say is that we have a twist, but it all comes to the political leadership, because you are the one that we have given power to. You are the one who can crack the whip. So, as much as we can all advocate that we don't build on waterways, we make sure that we check whatever land that have been presented to us for us to buy. And then you know that whatever house you are building, you are investing your money. It is your future. It is your toy that you are investing in. I don't think that your intention will be that I build a house and then one day it is demolished. So let all of us be very mindful and careful and be very particular with the kind of lands we buy and then what we do, so that in future we don't lose our investment through this.
Yeah, so my brother mentioned that when we were in opposition, President Mahama said flooding issues are not they are government issues or government problems. When we came to power, I mentioned earlier that President John Mahama took a deliberate step to visit some of these wetlands and instructed investors to excavate whatever they have done from those places. Again, the regional minister addressing some of this attitude of these technocrats, MCs and then engineers in the various assemblies, issuing illegal permits to investors, to developers, to develop those wetlands. She mentioned it, and she mentioned that government is going to punish those that will issue these illegal permits. President affirmed what the regional minister said, that he is going to ensure that any technocrat, any officer, any engineer that will issue an illegal permit, a permit to someone to build at an illegal grounds, that individual will suffer the consequences. And that is what government responsibility. And this is one of the things government is doing to avoid all this we are seeing. And my brother mentioned that after demolishing the building, we shouldn't leave the debris. Yes, that is true. And when you watch the social media of late, whenever demolition is done, you see the NADMO equipment, the drip equipment, helping to excavate or collect all these debris from where the demolition is done. So government is committed to freeing the city from these frightening issues. And I pray that we, the citizens, will be positive towards that and will help government to help us stay safe in Accra and in Ghana. Thank you.
Well, staying safe in Accra and Ghana, that brings me to does party politics really strengthens or weaken national development efforts in Ghana?
I have a different view with that. Okay. Democracy is about party politicking. NDC should have its view. MPP should have our view. But at the end of the day,
I'm asking whether it strengthens.
Yes. So I'm building. The case that whatever view NDC has, whatever view MPP has, so at the end of the day, ends at building Ghana. If my view is not to put Ghana in a positive way, then I don't deserve whatever space I occupy. So it is like I've said, it's like we're going to Kumasi. Our destination is Kumasi. But NDC thinks that when you take Nsawam, it's okay. We think that when you take mountains, it's okay. At the end of the day, all of us will go and end at Kumasi. So it depends on the choices that we make. I don't think that party politicking is what is hurting us or is not helping the country to grow. See, sometimes when you are with yourself, you don't value the good things around you. MPP, NDC, this country has moved forward. This country has moved on greatly. And it is only when we start comparing ourselves and always we see the good things about others that we don't have. We never look at the good things that we also have that others don't have. Travel to most of the African countries, and you see that Ghana's development is spread across all the regions. When you go to some African countries, you see just Ivory Coast. Go to Ivory Coast. You see just about 2-3 cities developed. The rest is just left. When you go to Togo, it is just the Lomé. It is just Lomé. So I don't believe that party politicking is the bane of development in this country. What I also agree with people saying that is the way we have conducted ourselves as politicians. And I've always said this, that let us do our politics with integrity. If today I say that, when your panelists come, you don't serve them tea. So I bring a proposal to your bosses that when I inherit you or when you are taken off and I come, I will find adverts so that the advert will provide tea for the guest. And then I am giving the nod. I come and I don't do it. What have I done to the trust of those that I presented my issues to? So this is what is hurting us. It is not really about the party politics. It's about the way we have conducted ourselves in developing the country. It is always about me instead of looking at the country at large. That's the reason why both MPP and NDC, there are things that the previous government will do. When you take over, instead of continuing, we will leave it so that we will do our own thing. It is because when that person was doing that particular thing, we said everything negative about it. So if we said everything negative about it, when we inherit them, we are not able to touch that thing that we said negative things about it. Then we want to go back and do something different. So it is the way we conduct ourselves as politicians that will bring trust into the system. Because, look, today we are here. It will get to a time that when a politician gets to stand up, people will just walk out and go. We don't have to get there. Because at the end of the day, the governance administration is given to politicians. So we have to hold firm the trust that people have given to us. And then we have to try as much as we can. When we say something and we come to power and it is not safe, we can stand before the people and tell them that, oh, we thought that this thing wasn't good because we didn't have much information about it. But we have information, and we think that when we continue, it is good for us. Nobody will say don't continue. So let all of us know that politics, our governance issue, is about continuity. So when somebody leaves something, let us continue. Let us do it, and then let us do it well. It benefits everybody.
Let us do it. Let us do it. Well, you want to come in before I move to my next questions to you?
Yeah, so my brother established some point, and I think I agree with Sechi Edu. Looking at party politics, nobody in Ghana will say party politics isn't helping our democracy. I would say it's helping. And these are some of the few points I'm having. One, it provides citizens with alternatives. You know, a citizen can choose among choices. That this is what I want. MPP is capitalist. NDC, we are socialist. I want something that will benefit the majority. Someone will say, I want something that will benefit the minority. It's a matter of choice. So when we don't have these alternatives, we'll be bullied by a single choice or a single person. So party politics is helping. But then, if we don't do it well, when we don't play the party politics well, that is when we suffer. And another one important of party politics is that it promotes accountability. The opposition party will always push the ruling government to be accountable to the people they are serving. So, hence, government resources will not be misused. And if you dare misuse them, you will have to account for it, or you'll be penalized or jailed for it. And another point is that it engages or encourages political participation. Government officials, because they want to gain the love of their citizens, they go deep down to the grounds, engaging citizens to solicit for their ideas, how they want things to be done, how they feel that things should go, so that when they come back for power, they'll be endorsed. So party politics is not a bad thing, it's a very good thing. But when you and I, when we the politicians, we fail to play it well, that's when we suffer. And there are several consequences if we don't play it well. Just like sometimes we suffer in Ghana as a country.
Now let me ask you this. He did mention something about a discontinuation of projects. Why do government often discontinue projects started by previous administration?
That is what I said earlier. If what we have started is not tagged, it's not named a national agenda, I think Ghana...
When does something become a national agenda, and when does something that become non-national agenda?
Well, Ghana as a country, our system is a bit porous. We should have a system where projects can be named. This is a national project.
Really?
When a party is off government, the next party that will come to government will have no choice than to continue those projects. Projects that will serve the interest.
We've been doing these things in Nkrumah's era to date. We keep doing it.
Yes, but
all the things Nkrumah started, whoever took over abandoned them.
That is what I'm saying.
Whoever comes abandoned.
That is what I'm saying. It means that there is nothing, there's no rule, there's no law holding the president, the ruling government, responsible, glued to developing those started projects. If there is a rule across holding ruling government, presidents, to continue those projects, I don't think they would come and they would discontinue those projects. They will abandon those projects. Just like the NPP abandoned some of the NDC projects. The same way NDC will come and then abandon some of the projects. One.
Is that why we're having that fight at Afari Hospital, that tension that was created?
Well, I think...
Was it necessary?
It's actually not necessary. Because the man involved, you were in power for 8 years. The same project was there. You didn't do anything about it. Today, you wanted to score a political point. So you want to go and do what? Government is having a plan of completing or abandoning projects. All these things cannot be done at a go. Just like the NPP started Agenda 111 at a go. What happened? It's about starting what you can finish. Bible said it. If you start something and you can't finish, or start something that cannot be finished,
don't start.
It doesn't make sense. So if you know this is what I want to do, you know your strengths, you know the resources you're having at your disposal, start that one. When you are done, pick the next one. When you are done, pick the next one. It's not about starting just to score a point, but it's about starting, finishing to fulfill the intention you were having before starting the project. So NDC, we are not going to abandon any reasonable project started by the NPP. But what we want the citizens to get is that resources are not entirely available. The few ones that are available are being used judiciously. We cannot tackle everything at a go. Bit by bit, we shall pick projects. and we'll make sure we finish it, because some of these projects are going to serve the citizens. Those very people that will be giving us power or have given us power. So if we abandon them, it means that we are suffocating, we are punishing those that give us power. We are not going to abandon them, but they should just bear it in mind and take it good with us that it is time we'll come to their aid and finish those projects that were started by the previous governments.
Yeah, so I wanted to add something.
Sure.
If I go on.
So based on what Augustine is saying, look, I don't believe that there should be a law, a particular law that says that when you come, you have to continue. It is trite knowledge. It is just a natural cause.
It's just a common sense.
Yes, it's a natural cause thing that the country is not for MPP, it's not for NDC. MPP didn't use its own money to do those projects. NDC didn't use its own money to do these projects. It's about Ghana's money. So when somebody starts a project, and one thing is that, no, Augustine, you can never start projects that you can end. If we do that, then we will not develop.
What about the National Cathedral?
Okay, so I'll come to it. If you want me to come to
some projects,
I'll come to it.
That are not necessarily important. If your party should start, it doesn't mean when I come to power I should finish.
Okay, Augustine, I'll come to it. I'll come to it. Just imagine with the Aferi Hospital. Yeah. I gave you some videos. I don't want us to show it because it's there. There are beds, there are equipments there. All you need to do is to open it. They are there. And you see, these equipments, if you don't use it for a while, and because you have to operate under some room temperatures. If you don't, because nobody is occupying there. If people were occupying there, the air conditioning and the other things will be put on. Electricity will pass through. If you don't, it will get spoiled. Now, when there is causing law and financial, when that law, of course, willfully causing financial loss, it will not affect the president. It will affect you, the sector minister. So all that I'm saying that, look, you did E-blocks. Were you able to finish all? No. So no government will start something and finish. And then also, you talked about the National Cathedral. Look, sometimes it's with all of us. When Rawlings was building, may he so rest in peace. When J.J. Rawlings was building International Conference Center, we said that it was waste of money. But after it has been built, all of us used it for our conferences. International conferences are being held. We are taking money out of it.
National Theatre.
Yes. Yes. So the National Theatre. I think National Theatre. There was no confusion about it.
There was a bit of.
No, it is the International Conference Center. That brought that heated argument. But for the National Theatre, because of yes, but everybody is benefiting from the National Theatre, International Conference Center. NPP is having programs there, and these Jubilee parks that NPP built, don't NDC have programs there? They do. And sometimes we tease them, oh, this, but as for those bragging rights, those of us in the party, we will do it. But at the end of the day, it is for Ghana. Look, if we build this cathedral, just take time and look into what is in the cathedral. It is not just a building. Look, today, we don't have an edifice as a country. We are going to be 70. We don't have an edifice that when people come, we can go in, that is indoors. It is that we go to the Freedom and Justice Park, Independence Square, and it is outdoor. Look, every year when we are having programs there, just check the budget and look at the canopies, the carpets that are hide, the monies that we spend. So let us come to that cathedral. Wasn't you take your time, go into Etihad Museum, that every president and what that president did will have a museum there. So when you go there and you can go and learn about Achiampong as a country where we are 70 years, where can we go and learn about our former head of states and presidents and even those who did coups? Because we have to learn about all those things so that it then affects our thinking going forward. So let us not put politics into everything. When we do that, look, he is saying that there's not much money. But you don't have money to continue hospitals. But you have money to build 24-hour markets. Where is the priority?
I didn't say.
No, you said.
I said the money that is there.
Yeah,
it's not too available.
Yes.
So you cannot.
So I agree with you.
You cannot fulfill all the promises.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Pick it point by point.
So you are using some of the money, the limited money.
Yes.
You are using some of the limited money to build markets and say it is 24-hour market. But you cannot use that same money for the 24 because where you are going to build 24-hour market, there is market.
Did you check the standard of those markets?
But Augustine, so
some of these markets are substandard.
Augustine, I agreed.
We are trying to develop the country.
So for the NDC, continuing an already existing hospital and finishing it, it's less of a priority than building a market.
Who said it's less?
But that is what we are doing.
The health minister, the president mentioned that we are going to tackle the Agenda 111 projects. We are not abandoning it. We cannot pick all. And you cannot, as an MPP, tell us which one we should pick.
No, I'm not saying you should even pick some and leave some.
That is what
I'm just asking you that. You said you have limited money, limited resources. I agree. In Ghana, we have never, even America, they don't have everything. So I agree that we have limited resources. But then, out of that limited resources, you can pick money to build 24-hour markets. But you cannot pick money to continue hospitals. That is, so where is the priority?
When you started, you mentioned that political parties are helping democracy just because we are having alternate views. This helps citizens to select.
Yes.
When we're campaigning, we mentioned certain things too.
You didn't mention 24-hour.
We didn't mention 24-hour economic market.
No, you didn't.
We mentioned 24-hour economy.
Yes.
And to make the economy run 24-hour, you need markets. You need institutions to forward this.
Augustine.
You cannot just.
Augustine, this 24-hour thing, it is hurting you communicating.
You think the 24-hour policy isn't good?
No, the 24-hour thing that you said.
Yes.
I remember vividly in 2024. We went to TV station with some of your colleagues that I can mention that we have been here, so he knows them. We were telling them that you cannot institute 24-hour with legislation. It's about supply and demand. If MBN want to do 24-hour, I think you do 24-hour. But if MBN says they want to do program, it is the adverse that you get and the demand. That, do this thing for us. We want you to do it at 4 a.m. We want our program to be telecast at 2 a.m. So it is about supply and demand. When it is getting to Easter, Kasapreko employs more casual workers so that they can meet the demand. It is not government that is telling them that employ more people. So when you started with this one, and then if you remember, Agenda 111, you were talking about the fact that when you were doing the clock, and you're saying one job, we will add 2 people to be 3 so that you didn't say market. But what will the market do? How does market employ people in your Agenda 111?
So you don't know how market can employ people?
That the one who is selling the cassava, the one who is selling the cassava.
Our L is here.
The one who is selling the cassava from morning to 2. When he closes and he or she leaves the store, then another person also goes there with the cassava. Then she closes at 5, and then or 8, or another person. Is this because that is that is the explanation you gave us about the 24-hour economy? You said 133, didn't you say that?
It's unfortunate some of you don't understand this.
Okay, Augustine, educate me on the 133.
You want to travel outside and go and enjoy this kind of 24-hour policy there. All that it means, it's not a compulsory thing. Government is not enforcing individuals to compulsorily run a 24 hours.
So then how does it become your policy?
When you were talking,
if you cannot, Augustine, is that what you are saying?
When you were talking,
no, you didn't. Augustine, right now you have forgotten. But when I was talking, you were talking.
So when the 24-hour economy we are bringing into the system, you cited L institution,
yes,
MBN as an example. Yeah. If government is giving the necessary support, you think MBN will not sit down, think about programs that will educate the citizens and do, even if you and I cannot come?
So what would be that support that will allow MBN to have workers come from 8 to 4?
I'm coming. If government gives support in terms of utility, that if you are working from this hour to this hour, the rate at which you pay utility reduces, you think they will not?
It will allow them to employ people.
I'm not saying It will allow them
because
to work.
Agenda,
it will allow them to work.
The 24-hour, it's all about increasing employment.
And do you think L can be here so tomorrow morning? He will have to go. If there are programs, if the institution is running programs, he will have to go for someone to come.
Yes.
Is it not unemployment?
No, it's unemployment. So how is the government going to help MBN so that MBN can have 3 people, 2 people attached to L doing what L is doing at different times?
What I'm saying is that they are running, government to come with a support system. When their bills that they are paying is down, when the bills they are paying is down, you think they will not be encouraged to run?
It's almost 1.5 years. It's almost 1.5 years.
Oh no! You see,
it's almost 1.5 years. Your agenda one, your 24-hour economy, 24-hour. It was your flagship policy.
Okay.
It's been.
You have not heard about passport running 24-hour economy.
Oh, please.
You haven't heard about DVLA running 24-hour economy, please. Or you are new in this country. Maybe you have decided not to see, please. Or you have decided not to hear.
Please.
But Ghanaians are seeing the result. Today, you not go to passport office trying to acquire passports, and it will take months as it used to be in your.
No, so that
today you will not go to DVLA, go and queue and have your documents delayed.
But you are saying
because there's 24-hour economy working. No. People have been employed more because of this 24 hours.
You are saying that people have been employed at passport office as a specific policy initiative of 133. You are saying that on record. So that then L can ask his producers to check.
Go and you can check if the employment hasn't increased.
Oh, employment hasn't increased. MPP were taken. It is substitutional employment. You took MPP. You took people that were employed during MPP time out, and then you substituted them with MDC.
That is you are truly political. This is the reason why. This is the reason why
Dabi, Augustine, that is what you did. Augustine, I have letters here where Callistus or something Mahama wrote letters asking people who were employed in a certain range to vacate office.
If they have not acquired financial clearance, how can you employ? You employed people without financial clearance. Who does that? Without financial clearance, you are employing people.
So when you came, you cannot. You assuming what you are saying.
No. What you did?
No. What you are saying.
No.
What you are saying is not. Let me pamper it more. It is not true. It is not true because
not true.
Yes, you cannot.
You cannot about teachers who were employed without financial clearance and they were flat out of the system and they were asked to reapply. Government have to pick them again. You haven't heard.
No, you cannot employ teachers without financial clearance. Because when you are employing,
were we not in this country when people were employed without financial clearance?
Who? So may you say teachers when the teachers were employed without financial clearance? Because when you are employing people on government payroll, you can only do the Minister of Employment can have his or her strategy that these are the people. Then they prepare, they take it to the finance ministry. So it is only when the finance ministry gives financial clearance that you can then enroll them into the employment. Because immediately you employ them, you have to get them to the Controller and Accountants General software. So all these things, what I'm saying is that you came in with a policy. This thing that we are going round. Your policy was that, and when you were doing campaign, you said, government agencies, ministries, you will employ 3 people instead of 1 person. It is 1.5 years now. No show. Even the 24-hour secretariat, they are not doing 24-hour. The 24-hour secretariat, they start work from 9 and they close at 4. So if the secretariat cannot do 24 hours, how can those that they want to employ do 24? How can they employ people to do 24 hours? All that we are saying is that if you get people to be employed, it is good for all of us because unemployment issues is a national security issue. But we are saying that you promised this. Let us see what you promised. That's all. Is it too much to ask?
All right, let me come back to the table. The two of you have done your things already. Let me ask this question. This one, Augustine.
So
is it a point that we need to come to a point and place where there should be a bipartisan agreement on key national development projects, regardless of which party is in power? We need to get to that point.
Yes, that's what I said earlier. That as a country, if we really mean to develop the country, we should have an agreement there should be certain sectors that we shouldn't do politics with. Certain projects that we shouldn't do politics with. But when we do, we will affect our own self and the very people that have been voting for us. NDC, NPP, whichever party, we should come into agreement that when it comes to this project, let us not do politics with it. I wish a time will come that in our security service, the one leading the security service will not be appointed by a politician. I wish, because if the person is appointed by a politician, the time will come if the politicians want to use the security service against the opposition party, we just place a phone call and this things will be done.
You are talking from experience, eh? Not from what is happening now.
From what we witnessed in the government. We saw it all. You are aware. When we were shooting and killing people. That is from where I'm speaking from. You see, when as a country we agree on some of these things, the country is going to move at a very fast rate of development. And we are going to be safe and sound. So I am pleading with our authorities, our parliament, our president, that let's sit down as a country, agree on certain sectors, agree on certain projects, that this should be of national interest. We shouldn't start for the next government to have an option not to continue.
We shouldn't start for the next government to have an option not to continue. 0537158638. I'm coming back to Isaac to ask Isaac that, I mean, what role should Parliament play in ensuring that national interest supersedes party interest?
Very well. So the role that Parliament, I believe Parliament should play is what all of us are saying about the nationalistic thinking. The bottom line is that
you've said this word again.
Forgive me. I will not say the bottom line again. So at the end of the day,
the bottom line is for my seed.
Yes, I agree. I should have known.
It's a signature.
Don't worry, I will not say that again. I'm sorry.
You signed his signature this morning.
I'm sorry. Greetings to the boss. So it's about parliamentarians knowing that after election, after they have put in the chamber, it's about the national interest. There will never be a time that MPP and NDC will not disagree. Even America that has had democracy for 250 years, they disagree, and they disagree heatedly. At the end of the day, we have to know that for whatever responsibility we have been given, there is a day for us to account for it. So it is how you used your time, and then the accountability that will hold you. Look, if the citizenry can stand their feet and say that when you say A and you go and you don't do it, it doesn't matter the words that you say tomorrow, we will not vote for you. Politicians will sit up. But if we say something and you vote for us and we go there and we don't do it, and we come back and we give you something and we play nice music and you dance to it and you vote for us again, next time when we get there, we will do what we like. So the citizenry also has a responsibility.
Okay.
Because the politician will always present himself and will always say things, because when it is not just the politician, but where there is leadership and people have to choose, the person coming will tell you what you want to hear.
Okay.
When you give the person the nod, do you have what it takes to hold the feet of the person to do what is right? And if the person does not do it, do you have the fortitude to tomorrow tell the person in the face that you said this, you didn't do it, so I'm not giving you my vote again? Until we get there, things will go. But also, one of the things that I don't believe that as Ghana we have done poorly. I don't at all. I don't. I think we have come a long way and we have done a lot. Look, this Fourth Republic has...
There's a consistency.
Yes. And look, we have fought, we have disagreed, we have fought. But at the end of the day, we have always found a common ground that makes us sit down to talk about national issues. We have to appreciate the fact that we will disagree, we will argue. Even those of us with our children, our wives and our husbands, we disagree, we argue. Sometimes we quarrel. Those things are part of our human nature. Augustine mentioned something about choice. Even God, one of the best things God gave to us is the issue of choice. God could have programmed us to worship him alone. But he programmed us to have our war, to have our choice. At the end of the choice, you will go and account for it. So having choices, I think, is one of the best things. NDC is Socialist Party. We are conservatives. We are center-right. Let us be so. But for whatever we are thinking, for whatever ideology we belong to, it should end in moving this country forward.
It shouldn't supersede national interest.
No. And even what is national interest? National interest should be NPP's interest. National interest should be NDC's interest. There shouldn't be an NDC interest somewhere and then a national interest somewhere. No. Your interest should be a national interest. Our interest should be a national interest. Anytime our interest comes in conflict with the national interest, the people should use their tongue to take you away. At the end of the people may not always be right. We ourselves, as politicians and leaders, we have not always been right. So the most important thing is that we have the mindset that this is what we want to do. This is where the country wants to go. At the end of the day, because we have done this national development summit where this NDC man is the head of it. This economist, Nimoy is there. Ask me if the government, if government is tapping from it. NDP. We have colored it already. We have colored it already. So we have to come to a point. And like you said, look, Augustine, when people don't have authority, when people don't have power, they are always sober. When you give people power, that is where you see their real size. For me, we voted for the president. Whether my president won or not, we voted for the president. Let the president continue to appoint these people in conjunction with people that he takes advice from. Look, if you give authority, we are with people. Let your friend go to police, take police form, go to the police service, pass out, and come into the system. He behaves as if he or she is better than everybody because of the uniform he is wearing. When you give people opportunity, if this authority is taken and given to, let's say, civil society, these people, they will lord over you. And you have to know that with civil society and the think tanks, they withdraw their resources from people outside that their ideology is in tandem. By the time we open our eyes, there is somebody who is ruling us that doesn't go with our norms. So please, let the president do this appointment. I don't agree with what I agree with is that MMDCs will go to election. As for that one, I agree. So that political power will be shared. So, like, let's say when you go to Ashanti region, you know that for most of the Ashanti region towns or constituencies, you always have MPP, MMDCs or MCEs. When you go to voter region, some parts of the northern region, you always have NDC, MCEs. But then for the presidency, it can change to NDC or MPP. When we do that, it will help us. But for we to take some powers from the president, the police, Augustine, today we may think that, oh, the president is not doing it. Let the president make his choices. At the end of the day, the 4 years, like we are doing, I have the opportunity to critique the president. That is good. Let him do it. When we give power to people, then we will see their real size.
Quite interesting that you see the arrest size. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can also join us in this conversation. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can join us as we have this conversation together. I mean, we're looking at a bigger picture and what role should... But, Augustine, are state institutions sufficiently independent to act in the national interest?
You see, when we speak, sometimes it will look as if we are young. That's why we are speaking. I said earlier on, some state institutions should be made autonomous. My brother is saying he doesn't agree with me. Well, if I should grow to certain level, certain positions, I would advocate, I would push that certain institutions should be made autonomous. Government shouldn't have entire authority over those institutions. Today, if, let's say, we had the Minister for Health sacking certain authorities in the health sector, if they should be autonomous, they know what they are doing, and if what they are doing is good, you, a politician, cannot interfere. You cannot come and sack to suit your agenda. So, to me, certain institutions in Ghana should be made autonomous, just like the judiciary should be made autonomous, so that at least at the end of the day, judgment will not favor the ruling party. I'm not speaking to undermine any government or my government, but as an individual, we have witnessed things. When you as an individual, you as a growing person, a learned person, you see that this decision is wrong. But when it's being taken to court, you see the judges who have been appointed by politicians ruling in favor of the wrong thing. So if state institutions, certain classes, certain state institutions are being made autonomous, I think it will check the government. It will make the system run favorable. So I will still push that certain state institutions should be made autonomous. So if not, government will always interfere. Government will always come in, especially if you are not doing what they want, even if you are on the right path. Because they want you to toe their way, they would interfere. So I wish personally, as an individual, certain state institutions should be made autonomous without governments interfering or having the authority to interfere at any given time. Thank you.
So, having autonomous agencies or institutions means that they are going to raise their own funds. We have to also look at that. Yes. Mean that they are going to raise their own funds. Will they have that capacity? And if they even do, what it means is that they are going to put that fundraising on its populace. Let's say if the assembly in Nungua, let's say assemblies are autonomous. So it means Nungua has to raise its own funds. Then they have to come to the table. How are we going to raise the funds? It means they are going to tax the people aside the taxes that we pay on the national level. You understand? So all those responsibilities are there. And then also, all of us have to agree that even, let's say, teacher union, trade unions that are autonomous, our politicians infiltrate it always. There are people who, when they are leading, they will organize every demonstration. When the government in opposition wins and give them appointment, when those who take over are doing the same thing, they speak against it. And then, we always look at America as our beacon for democracy. Do you know that the way we pick our judges, the way our judges and other things work here is more independent of politics than when you go to America? Do you know that America, the judges are elected? They are elected, and they know Republican judges, and they know Democrat judges. They are elected based on party lines. So let us see how we can shape ours so that we go gradually. Because what I don't agree is when we say that, oh, this person's own is like this, so let us also become that way. It will hurt us. We can move there, but we can move gradually. So let us see how we can better our situation. I agree with you that sometimes some judgments, it defeats logic. But that is the judgment. Let a day come that that judge will be put to scrutiny for accountability. So that when another judge is there and a politician is maneuvering him or is poaching him, that judge will know that if I allow myself for the politician to poach me, one day I will account for it and it will affect my CV and the job that I've done for years. So let us put those things down. So that, but let us, when we say we are putting, because immediately you talk about autonomy, then it means you are talking about the freedom of you finding your own resources. And those who have money are those who control. They can take their money outside, and if it's a negative ideology, it will control them. So let us move with caution. For me, I don't see that much wrong with the way things are happening here. It is our speed, and also, Augustine, with us, we don't have time for things to grow, to germinate, to grow, and to bear fruit. Even when people are doing it, look, there was an investigation. You all heard of it, with a container coming out from the port that they said it carried cocaine.
Yeah.
If it was America, they will put camera on that container. Allow that container to go through the process. Know the people who came over to the container. Allow the container to get to the yard. Allow the owner to come to the container. And then when they have gathered all that evidence, then they will catch the people. But you know what we did? Immediately the security services were giving the go-ahead. They were giving the tip-off. So they caught only the driver. The driver said, as for me, I am a driver. I'm a freight forwarder. I'm a clearing agent. The agent said, somebody brought me his documents. I haven't traveled. The container is not for me. The person whose name is on it said, me too, I was here. I haven't traveled. Check my documents. Go to the airport. You will see. I haven't traveled. I just saw them online. And then I said, I am buying toffee. And then they did everything for me. And then they shipped. So it is not mine. If you take this thing to court, you will lose. Meanwhile, it didn't come by choice. So sometimes we should be patient. We should be patient to get to the, because we want, when we plant things today, tomorrow it should germinate. Let us allow our systems to work a little while. Let it go through all those difficulties, the negativity. Let it fall. Let it rise. And then we'll get somewhere.
Then we'll get somewhere. 053-715-8638. Emraso say also do a gentle ebefa. Yeah, young true face now. Come here to tune so the one not to be. Yeah, on to what you're doing. And I'm going to answer inquiry. I don't know how to say it. And also, show our 053-715-8638. The numbers. Let's get to hear you. Get us informed too with the know-how. Travel living one basani epi. One can be near no. It's an eyesore to see citizens bantering. 053-715-8638. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Whilst waiting for your calls, let me read some few text messages that's come in. This one is from our man Eben. Eben says, a very good morning. The micro-minority MPP are a disgrace to Ashanti region and the nation as well. 8 years in power, they weren't able to ask former president to complete Aferi Military Hospital that was started in 2014, but has the guts to go there in 18 months of a new government to complain to who? They should bow in shame. Their disappointment to our body politics. This micro-minority are very disgusting power. I'm even ashamed of their leadership. And he sends his greetings to Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff, Honorable Peter Kwesi Mensah of Temashima,
the incoming president,
and Honorable
Julius Deborah, the incoming
NDC of Ghana East. Now let me do this one from Menshia. Also,
you will not focus on your hope, man.
We're having
also mentioned.
We're all over it. We will be all over yours.
Sure. Is that?
We will not give you briefing space.
Menshia, I'm still pleading to Ghanaians to decide now. They should vote against the NDC come 2028 because they have failed and lied to Ghanaians. And he says his regard to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the incoming president, and Honorable Mavis Hawakumsin, incoming MPP National Women Organizer Hopeful. And those are the two messages that has come in this morning. Interesting times await us. You heard what 2014 you stayed in power. You didn't do anything about Afari military hospital. So why go there?
Even the premise is started is wrong. Afara Hospital didn't start in 2014. It's an Eurojet project. Eurojet project started from President Kufuor. So let's not go there. At the end of the day, it is there. When MPP came, NDC after President Kufuor had 8 years. They didn't finish, but they did something. MPP has continued. We are saying that there are beds in. It is okay. Just open it.
So you were in power for 8 years.
Yes.
If you knew that project. Is dear to your heart. Should have finished.
Yeah, so we have finished. There are best. Just cut the sword and open.
Why didn't you cut the sword to open?
Charlie, but should we argue about this? So I have done the hospital, everything. I couldn't stay in power to cut the sword.
See.
So no. If we have done it in December, we would have said something in 2024 that just cut the sword.
It's not.
No. Everything about that hospital.
We were here in Ghana when you commissioned a hospital.
Which hospital?
I've forgotten. I will get to the name next time when we come.
But
Nanado commissioned a hospital that was not having all the equipment ready for use. Who knows if Afari Hospital is one like that?
So have you gone there? Have you gone there to do your auditing to know that it is not complete?
So you think if everything is set to be used, then this will feel reluctant to commission that hospital? Do you know we want the vote in Ashanti region? Do you think we will not do things that will please the people there to vote for us?
You didn't build one hospital. Like the last time that we asked Vondi, your MP, you didn't start one hospital and finish it in the Ashanti region, but Ashanti people voted for you. So it is not the only hospital that will make people vote for you. You put a narrative in. Look, the vote, you got about 600,000 plus from Ashanti region. The voter region that you get everything from, you get about 800,000. So when Ashanti region that is even not your stronghold, you get a land. When we talk about the percentage, it is. But when we talk about the numbers, you getting 600,000 from Ashanti region. It's huge. You understand? So, but you haven't finished. You didn't start one hospital and finish in Ashanti region. But the people vote for you. So it is not only hospital.
Is it the hospital that is your only concern?
I'm not living there. Those who are living there are telling you that.
When we empower
those who are living
when
there.
we empower previously, we touched on the hospital.
Okay, I hear.
Didn't we?
I hear you.
We have done. We are not yet half the 4 years.
I'm saying that
we
it is done. Have you seen the children's hospital in?
I'm saying that.
Gomwa, the children's hospital that we did. There was before you went there. But the thing is that it is there.
Isaac,
just let nurses one job.
Isaac.
Augustine.
So it is only nurses that one job. You see,
no, but the hospital nurses one job. Even people that will do Indomie, people that will do pure water. Tomorrow you will come and sit here and say you have given employment to people.
You are crying because you are in position. You want to put yourself in the position as you are feeling for.
No, but you will enjoy all those good things. So because tomorrow you will come here and tell me that you have employed nurses.
You didn't know that people will sell in that hospital when we were in power.
But we have finished.
Who said you are finished? Who said you are finished? You are finished and you didn't commission. Who finished the project and will fail to commission it and go to opposition? Who does that?
Okay, so have you gone there to do your auditing to know that this thing the NPP said they had finished? They have not finished. So it is left to 2%. Let me add the 2% to it so that we can employ people. 1.5 years. You have not done that. And you are telling Ghanaians that NPP said they are finished. They didn't open it. They didn't commission it. So if we are not commissioning it, they cannot ask us anything. Is that what we are telling Ghanaians this morning?
Don't worry. You and your party should sit comfortably, okay? We would do the necessary things. Commission that hospital for you.
You will invite us?
We will invite you.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
NPP cannot finish a project and no commission.
Okay,
you have a commission project you don't finish.
So
you cannot say you are finished at a hospital.
Do you know something? Why the NDC don't want to commission it is that picking a paper.
That is your
because when they are commissioning it,
on that issue,
they have to give a paper trace of where the project started from and where it has come to. So they will feel uncomfortable saying that NPP did this and we came to commission it. So for them to read that, even the person who will write that is not feeling comfortable. The one who will read is not feeling comfortable.
We were here in Ghana when Segleme housing project, you left it abandoned. Meanwhile, everything was set. What did you say? You didn't feel even remorseful. Because you are in opposition. You want to talk as if you are feeling for the people.
The Segleme housing project that you gave 200 million for 15,000 units. That you spent all the 200 million and couldn't even build 1,005. You are talking about that. You gave it to Collins Dauda. When you came to office, the issue was at court. You filed Nole Posekwa. And you are talking about Segleme. You spent 200 million meant for 15,000 units. You built only 1,005. Even that you couldn't finish all. So some of the things, don't say it. Because at the end of the day, it will come and hit you.
Did you finish it? The few ones that we have done. Did you finish it? The same amount.
If you put money,
same amount of money that was put in the Segleme project.
Yeah.
The result you are seeing. Yeah. You have put in an equal amount into your
National Cathedral.
Yes, exactly. You know
okay, that is what you are saying.
What have we achieved?
That is okay. So Augustine, I'm asking
what have we achieved?
Augustine, how much money? Augustine, how much money did we put into the National Cathedral? Now, how much money did we put? How much money did we put? How much money did we put in the National Cathedral? Can you tell us? Because the Sagrame own is 200 million. So how much money did we put in the National Cathedral?
You should know. Ghanaians know. That's why they voted against you. So don't be in the position.
But do you know that? Do you know that, Augustine? If Ghanaians had not voted against MPP, we would still have believed that NDC would do 24-hour economy. 120. We would still have believed.
Do you know that Ghanaians are now feeling okay than your time? Go and do your survey. You will see it. The reason why they voted against you is because they have believed. They tested Mahama. They tested President Mahama, and they tested you. I'm saying that they tested you, your Nanado and Bawumia.
That's why I don't want to say it into the matter. I'm asking him which survey.
So, which survey? Go and do your survey. We are leading, and we are going to be
today. Your own IE Professor Pong, the IE. Director that you have employed at Bank of Ghana, they said your popularity has dipped from 68 to 58, 10 points within 1 year.
It's because of the mess you have created.
Okay.
0537.
The mess we have created has dropped your point.
No, definitely.
Is the numbers. See our lines near Bietum, so between me after money attributing come and pay. Our discussions at Yenya so 0537158638 nationals who say World Cup and then Asia CN so opening ceremony. There will be a friend watch along. So Ebebaso 0537158638 is the number 0537158638 is the numbers are also over to me. Afre na yatwetwe enkomo 0537158638 is the numbers. Meyento wonka anope. Let's hear from you this morning, and then let's keep. Or you can send your messages to the same number as the conversation still continues here in the studio. I'm hanging out this morning with Augustine and also Isaac. Augustine speaks for the NPDC, whilst Isaac speaks for the NPP. Free SHS suppliers to picket at Ghana at the Education Ministry over a 50 million Ghana cedis debt. Interesting times, right? We're going to say something. The way we're clear.
I was just thinking about. I don't know if you have had.
Hello, Mia.
Yeah, Boga, morning.
Farm morning.
And to say,
the baby has seen no. You don't who said nada. Yeah.
Ading.
Patch. It's right, you got no mama. As my make can send this pumping to be here. The cognac can be till an amson. Woman so you can pay my woman. But Odin Gracia Panama. And not pass up a fancy which just anti platinum. Only cannot talk about Mendes and in the what they mean. Oh, I did more Coswa. I'm not something who's one cup on you. And any pa, Momosaki no can say, O Mamma Yadumo. Next, any doctor some cost like no, or no pound which of some Koyaduma. Can you tell us one just yes, something in a copatch or some Koyaduma? Deeper pass more coming to me, Santifoya more, Santifoya. This is doctor say G4. Doctors no mean I Santifo. Doctors no mean I Santifo. And this is for more composition, no minimum. Women, cause doctors no. G, doctors no 2,000. She says, you know, obvious to my so Kevin Taylor, so you use over to my game. Woman said, Kevin Taylor, you can pay my woman. As more can catch us until you meet me in Canada. The man was here. Because I can't say I have a child. Because Kevin Taylor, dear, young fiancé and canon. Goma mani esedun ketia. Ani fifi kote. Yomo ya Ghana no. Omu peso muji ejamu mumla asantefoni tax bintem. Enu kana make achire omu. Because asantefon kan obi a o. Obi no so on code man opa ne so on code ma aye boni. Anse papa ne kan tell a kan meet me kan radio so opa obi video so TV a ebi ne tie. Namasim de manuasi.
Mr. Medasi, have a good morning. As in talking about Kevin Taylor issue with on 0537158638. I number sounds a bit to me afraid I say Kevin Taylor. 0537158638 is the numbers also be to me afraid any attribute and common and anope. It won't come. 0537158638 numbers. Yeah, you are saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying that in this country we have sat here and we have talked about insults and other things, but I don't feel pity for anybody. Me, I am not an angel, but I try to be as honest as I can. I don't feel pity for anybody. The things that you plan today, you will tomorrow repeat. It doesn't matter whether you change or you don't change. So far as you planted it intentionally, you will repeat. Even when you change, God will allow you to taste it small. And all of us here are Christians. I hope you're a Christian. Yes, and I take this thing from the Bible. When Saul stood there for Stephen to be stoned, when even God changed Saul to Paul and he started preaching, he was also stoned. So one day, the things that we are preaching at politicians, staying behind people and making people that wouldn't even don't stand to be garden boys or girls, today people can pick and insult people. We are all here. Today they are doing it to somebody else. The day you decide to stop them, they will turn on you. So as for me, I don't cry. I don't weep for anybody. Those who have been insulted, our distinguished statesmen, they should just take it as they cannot go and fight them. They are more decent than that. So they should just keep to themselves and allow those who think they have arrived to say the things that they want to say.
053-715-863. Yeah, Augustine.
Oh.
Yeah.
The man mentioned Kevin Taylor. I am an NDC person.
But me, I avoided mentioning his name. And I didn't also link it to NDC.
I wouldn't say I'm happy with insults. I'm happy with insults. Personal as an individual. Not even politics. As an individual, I don't take insults in my life. And I don't insult people. Before you see me in a heated argument.
That means you have been provoked.
You hardly even say, when I'm provoked, I'll leave where I am. So when I see people doing politics with insults, I ask myself, how were they trained? What is really happening? When someone is wrong, just tell the person you're wrong. Criticize the person fairly.
You can criticize. Even when the person is right and you feel you can criticize, just criticize.
Aside. You insult and what do you get? You tarnish your image as an individual.
But we politicians, both NDC and NPP, we have been rewarding them.
You have been rewarding them. I don't reward.
No,
I didn't want to bring NDC and NPP.
Yeah, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, both of us, when you are here, we have been rewarding them.
When you check the two political parties,
yes,
it seems that most of your people are into insults.
I will disprove that to you. And I'm telling you here, we are on set. We only saw insults in Ghana politics more during 2008 elections. And I can tell you those who started before that. When you see Kwabena Japan, when you see Tony Edu, when you see Kumbo, when you see them on TV and they were arguing, you will love it. They will point themselves, but you will not even hear it. Yes. We started seeing this insult from 2008. If you like, let us check. Let's go back to 2007, to 2006. Me, like I've said here, the only elections I didn't vote in was the 92 election. So I'm not young, but I'm there.
You are old. You have seen things.
No, I haven't.
You have seen it. Nevertheless, in our current dispensation.
So we should stop.
In our current dispensation, MPP, if you can draw back a bit from politics of insult, I think we'll be able to sanitize the system.
No, so you, when MPP was in power, Media Foundation for West Africa, they were constantly doing radio stations who were insulting people. Immediately NDC came to power, they stopped. Look, let us, Augustine, sometimes we'll talk MPP, we'll talk NDC. Because when they were doing it, it was bringing some positivity because they were doing it every time that, this month, this station had this number of insults, this station had this, and it was affecting even the marketing, like the marketing drive of those stations. What? So they were changing. Immediately NDC came to power, they stopped. No, immediately MPP came to power, and then NDC went to opposition, they stopped. Because normally you see, it is the opposition, like rightfully, you will see the opposition because it's the opposition that attacks. So you see that the opposition
even you when you were in government, you were attacking, you were insulting.
How were we attacking?
How were we attacking them? You promoted them every day.
And I'm telling you that. And I'm telling you that if we have to go back, I will show you.
One of your big men who is key in doing open insults.
Okay.
You see where he is now.
I remember President Rawlings.
So you
President Rawlings calling his own people during that time babies with sharp teeth. That is if you like, let us do a retrospect and let us
babies
go
with
back.
Sharp teeth didn't mean they were insulting. They were not insulting.
But they were doing what? They were
not insulting.
So I should tell you the things that they told President Rawlings that made President Rawlings call them babies with sharp teeth.
You can say it if you want to say it. So you are not seeing those ones that your people are.
But when I started, I said both sides.
I'm saying,
and I even said that we both, and then you said that you don't do it.
I didn't want to.
No. But we cannot take. Look, Augustine. Sometimes some of the things if we don't say it in the right way. Look, on our political platforms, you are on NDC platforms.
Yeah.
I'm on MPP platforms. Can we look before God and say that there are no people in our politics who insult people on our platforms?
There are.
And look, me, I don't communicate there. There are, because you will not do them anything. And there are people that even when you go to party meetings and you see them, but when they come on the platform, they will insult you and it will touch you. Yes. So all that I'm saying is that we are encouraging this. Look, there's a difference between punchlining people, hitting people. Maybe you say something on Facebook about MPP. Then I punch and then I say, keep bleeding. Those things are not insults.
They are not insults.
Yes, but I say MPP and NDC, go to our platforms. There are people, when they see you, they will ask you 10 cedis, they will ask you 5 cedis. But yet, when there are issues, they will insult you and it will touch you. So let us not take ourselves. What I'm saying is that we are rewarding these things. And until we stop that, some of the people think that those are, look, if I have to say it, even your regional minister, Kumasi, your regional minister in Kumasi, just one incident, and NDC gave him the regional minister. Tell me that you knew Amuako Hene speaking for NDC before the elections. Tell me. It was only one incident where they were doing demonstration and they fought against the police, and he was the one struggling with the police. Just one incident.
You think that was the reason why he was given?
Yes!
So the person served as regional secretary.
Massa.
And he did so well.
Massa.
You think because fighting, do you know the number of people who fought?
Regional secretary.
Wanyeshi.
Massa.
Wanyeshi and Kaye Lucy election. He was.
You lose election. Ashanti region. Kase more vote. You appreciate.
You lost in the sense that the way you used to win. You didn't win that way.
It's a loss.
Yes, it's a loss you have made. If you sell something and you make profit, and now you are not making that targeted profit, it's a loss.
President Mahama or drop from 68 to 58 in a loss.
Why drop away? You are voting.
Yes.
And then Obi Koye serving also are dropping less than 50%. There's some guys who won't step in. I'm saying
that your votes appreciated, but we didn't lose because we still had a percentage higher than you in Kumasi.
So well.
So it's your votes that appreciated.
In it all, okay. I'm not being frank. He was a key contributor.
Okay, I hear you.
To the vote NDC got.
I hear you.
Most MPPs are worried because of that young man.
Okay,
he's pulling the.
Okay,
it's becoming a threat to you. We are seeing people releasing fake documents that they have reshuffled who they have. No matter what you say, Frank Amakuhimi is pulling.
One thing that me as a politician, I will never say is that there's MPP internal issues, and then something props up, and then I say, oh, it's NDC, until it is proven that person. Because look, there are internal things that are moving on every time. Your own party can release something, you will blame the other party, but it may be coming from your own party. So those things, when fake this social media fake things, even people have Joy News template, they have GH1 template that they use to even provide flyers and put it on social media. You understand? So when these things you say, oh, you continue to blame us. We are all here. Continue to blame us. We did. Ralph, your own Ralph of NDC went to Kumasi and pointed out that this is the filth. You are not doing anything. It was MPP who gave him the lorry fare. No problem.
No, you see, in NDC, when it is wrong, it is wrong.
Hey, right now you said MPP is doing it. When I started telling you it's NDC, now you have changed it smartly to say that even if it's your own people, you criticize your own.
What I want you to understand in NDC, if you are at fault and happens that someone should come and open and come and say you are at fault, someone will come and say it. We are not like the MPP.
In NDC defends itself even more than the MPP. Stop. And I'll give you evidence.
Stop it. Who was named the chief clearing agent? Who was named the chief clearing agent?
Who named who the chief? You say it. Say it. Who named who the chief clearing agent? Who named who?
You people.
Say it is you NDC. Who said you said there was a court case, and then no, it's Dapa and other people, and Akufo-Addo asked them to step aside, and you said just by stepping aside, Akufo-Addo is a clearing agent. Today, when you came to power, court issue. You about 4 or 5 people who were standing court had court issues. That some of them, most of all of them, have agreed that we did this wrong. You filed nollie proceed. So if we are clearing agents, what name should we give to you?
You are the chief clearing agent.
You have added chief.
You were clearing. That was why you got.
And then we graduated to chief.
In NDC, when it is wrong, it is wrong. Okay.
Look, we remember that when NDC won power in 2009, and Professor Milski, Esedun Ketia was the general secretary, right? Esedun Ketia was appointed the board chairman of Bui, and then as board chairman of Bui, Esedun Ketia was selling blocks to Bui, and then this is a clear conflict of interest. He was called on Peace FM. He said his blocks, and then also come to add to it, the price that he was given to Bui was higher than what other people bidded for. When he was asked, he said his blocks is more quality than those people. That's the reason why the price is high. You never saw NDC single person speaking against Esedun Ketia. Let this happen in MPP. There were MPP people who openly spoke against Gabi Ochredako. Meanwhile, Gabi Ochredako never had an open government appointment. But they spoke against him. Look, what Kevin Taylor is doing. We brought Kevin Taylor, when NDC won power, you were here. Kevin Taylor was brought into this country, and that's the reason why when Kevin Taylor was insulting Muntaka, I wasn't pitying him. Because Muntaka, you are the interior minister, and one day somebody will account for it. Which plane brought Kevin Taylor? Where did Kevin Taylor sleep? Which car went to the airport to pick Kevin Taylor? People will account for all those things one day. You brought this person who have been insulting everybody. You took him to the court. You filed a specific case. You didn't even refer to the person who put the case, and then you removed the case.
It's okay. See, let's conclude.
All right, so let's start.
Kevin Taylor says that he's an MPP man. So let's end it there.
We hear you.
Well, let's start wrapping up for today's edition.
We hear you.
You know, I was quiet to allow you to have.
But we have had a good. A good.
Kevin Taylor said he made it open that.
Not him alone. Even Captain Smart also.
A Cadbury member.
Captain Smart also.
So it means you trained him.
So you see what you attract. So you see what you attract.
I said you have trained Kevin.
And I'm saying that after training them, you attracted them. So you see the things you attract.
You see the training I've given to that man.
And you see what you have attracted.
So you see what he's doing to you. He will continue to do it. He's not ending this anytime soon.
Kevin Taylor is MPP. Okay, so if Kevin Taylor is MPP, you have attracted him. So I'm saying, see the things NDC attracts.
Didn't you hear Kevin Taylor saying?
And I'm saying it's not him alone. Captain Smart also said he was an MPP member. Now he's going to Gomua to stand on behalf of NDC. He has done his flyers to test the system. Gomua people say they don't.
They are seeing change.
Gomua people say
if they are coming, it means they are seeing.
You are attracting them.
We will transform them.
Mango attracts.
I'm saying that we will transform.
Mango attracts what?
We will transform them.
Mango attracts.
After spoiling certain individuals who attract and change them.
0537158638. I'm Chibi idea some ebe we be can our friend yaka. Also at these I think I need to bring the final thought of my my panel, and then we'll wrap up today's edition of the project. The morning focus has been a wonderful thing. What are your expectations? The World Cup is starting today. The World Cup is starting today. The opening ceremony.
The World Cup
we'll see Mexico against South Africa.
And Mexico
7 p.m.
Mexico is winning. Mexico is winning 2-0.
Why?
Oh, because Mexico is winning. There are two teams playing, and I support one. Mexico is winning.
Are you coming to do the watch along with that?
Mexico is winning 2-0.
We're doing a watch along.
2-0. If you are a fan of this thing, I'm telling you 2-0.
Why should I even support South Africa?
2-0.
If you support their citizens, they come to beat you. That you are taking their work.
When the whites were suppressing them, we were here standing in the sun, singing for them.
They are not coming.
We support them with our money.
You see, if you should go to support them,
lazy
people. It's their work.
Lazy people.
It is their work.
They will not work when you come to your
So if you are supporting their country, you are taking their work. They may come to beat you. They should support their country. We will support whoever.
They will lose.
Finish.
2-0.
Are you saying 2-0?
Yeah, Mexico is winning.
It's 4-0.
No, 2-0. If you're a fan of this thing, go 2-0. You will come and thank me.
Oh, no, I don't do bad shit.
2-0. I didn't say anything. I say if you're a fan.
Okay, that's fine.
2-0.
So let me.
Well, let's wrap up. Let me wrap up.
I wish the Black Star all the best, and I pray that nobody will go to injury. All the players will have a good time to play very well, and also to caution our citizens, everybody in Ghana, especially in the Greater Accra, that our leaders are doing so well to keep us safe in this rainy season. Let's also ensure that we follow suit to avoid any casualty. The flood will not stop as far as the rains are coming. Wherever we think are supposed to be drained, let's drain them. Anything that is a raw spot, a red flag, let's call NADMO so that they will come and work on it swiftly before we suffer any kind of casualty. Thank you, and I wish everybody all the best. I want to say hi to my lovely Greater Accra Mr. Honorable Linda Apeloklu. My mother.
They should prepare some envelope for you.
She is also my MP. My constitutional Sudoku. The original NADMO boss, Honorable Dennis Ajanonate. I'm his deputy in the constituency.
Oh, really? So how is the flood waters there?
Oh, by God's grace, the DC and then the NADMO, in conjunction with the regional minister, we are doing so well. Wherever we are supposed to drain, we have drained. Whenever we are supposed to dig gutters. So at least, though we are having some few issues, especially in Dodowa, with the Kum area, Oxcar Down area. Because that is a new site and it's a wetland though.
Okay.
So when the flood happens from the mountainside, it's all gathered there. The assembly, the DC, together with the assembly engineers, are sitting down to look at how.
I hope you people are not selling those lands for individuals to come in and encroach on.
We don't sell land. The chief said
that's what I'm saying. So that
land are being sold. The land are being sold.
So you make plan.
Land are being sold, but the assembly is on track. When you sell and before we give you permits, we inspect where you are going to build. We see if everything is intact before we grant permit. So there's no cause for alarm. My able DC, Honorable Ignacio Godfrey Dodo, is doing so well, and I want to say a very big thank you to him. He's a very young guy, but very vibrant. It's always touching the base. Good people of Shao Sudoku, please just take it easy. When you have issues, just come to the assembly. Honorable Ignatius Godfrey Dodwe is serving his doors open. He will surely serve you right. Just believe in him. Thank you.
Well, let me come to Isaac, Randolph.
I'll say that this is one of the shows that I've really enjoyed, because I think that we've had about 70 to 75% non-partisan, and definitely we are partisan people, so sometimes it comes
naturally.
Naturally. So what I will also, the little I'll say is that we are all here to build Mother Ghana. But for me, I think MPP is always better at moving Ghana forward than NDC. And then also to say that the NDC, I don't, because they have a lot on their table. Now they are dealing with 50,000 and 25,000.